The description sounded like a rocket launcher, though.
Oh yeah, 100%. I thought you were
everybody.
about to mute them.
Welcome everybody to Ignition Point, a weekly Dungeons and Dragons stream with these wonderful people here. If you like what we do or any particular kind of players, some of them do have streams which you can check in my About section down below. Evil One has been taking a bit of a hiatus, but Uzu Mecha is getting back into it, and Steve has been doing a wonderful job streaming just this afternoon. So, you know, if you like your fantasy and your WWE, head on over. So
I'm a criminal.
He is a dirty cop.
He is a dirty cop after today's session of A Wolf Among Us.
Someone's got to be.
So, however, if you like what we do, hit the follow button so you don't miss any of our streams. Otherwise, you know, if you're feeling generous, hit the subscribe button. If you miss any of these streams or you want to just catch up on the backlog or whatever, you can catch it over on my YouTube channel of the same name, Boomeadow. So, yeah. Subscribe over there if you want to leave us any comments or whatnot. So, yeah, all good. Who remembers what happened last week?
Who could forget?
I know, we've been...
Who's speaking out of the ether?
Oh, Steve Man screwed up. That's what happened.
It's like I don't know why there's an empty space.
I'll provide
what's going on? Why could there be an empty space in the stream? Like, that's weird.
Yes.
Wait, what?
What happened to Kevin?
Apparently, Kevin has gone to the giant goldfish, the giant toilet bowl in the sky, a la Budge.
Oh my god, we've got to flash him down the toilet. It's the only way to get rid of a
I tried. I mean, I flushed you and me down the toilet, Uzu.
Yeah. Some little fun facts that I will just point out for those, well, for the players. Ty. If you right-click on your character, you will notice there's the multi-sided option as well, which one of the options is to roll for random.
Oh, you can do that?
And not specifically you, but his character can. So, and it will actually change the color of the frame, telling us which season you are.
This is fancy! Except I'm rolling summer 3 times in a row.
That's going to happen. So there you go.
You've already done a roll, you can manually change it as well.
And yeah, you can manually change it.
I'm just going to roll random over and over, Kev, until I get back to summer.
So I hope you're really excited about that. So now you don't even have to roll a d4. So, I mean, you can still roll a d4, but...
Nah, nope.
If you want to, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm rolling a d20, and there's going to be an intense math equation to figure out which one I am. But
intense. 1 through 5 is 1.
Kevin,
tell me what it is.
Because you're dead. Shut up.
I'll put it in Excel for you to make it even more complicated.
Thanks. Can you also teach me how to use Excel?
So
I've been trying to learn for 10 years.
So for anyone who wonders what happened last week, they finished in the Temple of Water.
Some earlier than others.
They got the cup. Some did flush themselves down the whirlpool. Kevin, in his infinite wisdom...
That one tickled Craig so much.
Kevin, in his infinite wisdom, decided, you know what, I'm going to adventure with 1 hit point after dying the previous day.
We still needed the cup.
Yeah, so
I would like to point out that going through Kev's head was... You can't die twice in a day, I'm sure.
Well, it was the next day, so he really should have anticipated that. So, unfortunately, yes, Hudson, Budge, and Kevin had been remaining in the temple when Kevin was grappled by the guardian of the temple here, and he decided to relax into it, and so she strangled him to death, killing him immediately.
He was exhausted. He was weary.
I would like to point out, quote Kevin 4 seconds before dying. I can't drown. What's the worst that can happen?
I can't. To be fair, point out the inaccurate part of that statement.
I believe she bit you to death, didn't she?
No,
I can't drown. I never said I was bite proof. I said I can't drown.
What she actually did technically she had an ability
bit of a nibble.
that her hair would wrapped around him and basically bit him into him like a vampire. So
I love how Kevin is very accurate, precise, and to the point with his facts. Straight facts, but also maybe a little bit too laid back, you know?
A little.
Man, it's just weird that that woman randomly showed up with no reason to, right?
so
So we weren't doing nothing there.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know why.
all of that- all
yeah,
of that
so-
in mind.
Yes, we had a sad session.
So after that, Hudson took the cup and dived down through the waterfall to emerge at the top of the waterfall, the whirlpool to emerge at the top of the waterfall. But Budge, lamenting the loss of his friend, holding him like a limp rag, ensconced his body into a large vat of water that he had carried with him, locked him in, and took the slow walk home, ensuring that he stayed good and dead proper.
Hey, look, I can explain.
He was sad.
Oh, trust me.
That it was a thing.
We went back a
I
couple of
figured it out.
times.
I
We went
figured
back
it
a
out.
couple of times to
Kidnapping
just
attempt.
watch the moment Craig raises his hand and goes, so if he's walking back, how long does that take? And the minute it crosses your face as your
know.
hands come to your face and you're like, oh my god, I've just killed Kevin.
You looked so sad, Steve.
Yeah,
that
you
it's all good.
did.
You realise
Um,
we put him in
I
the
haven't had the emotional ability to rewatch that yet.
Yeah, no, don't do it for a while because it's.
I've rewatched
it's
it a
bad
couple
one.
of times just for
What?
Shits and
any of
giggles.
the viewers at home. The first time I die, watch Tegan as I'm like dying.
Oh, yeah.
He's been
I'm
watching
dead.
it just
That's
to
a
see
really
how
good scene.
unimpressed I am, apparently.
Oh yeah, there's also the first time I die when I mention that I'm dead because Scott passes a body to me, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, you've just put a body on top of my dead
Yeah,
body, and
you
Tegan realizes her face changes. She's like,
I'm just a big fan of Scott's like, I just throw Cal to fucking Kev over there, and Kev's like, I'm dead.
We do need to add the fact that,
Excuse me,
yes,
sir.
also Cal was dead too. So
Yeah.
lots of death.
Yeah, but you see, the power of friendship and anime brought me back to life.
unfortunately, there was no friendship or anime for Kevin.
Yes, no friendship, no anime.
Oh, I'll remember that.
Yeah, I don't know what you're getting at, mate, because this guy, sacrificed part of his soul for you or something.
No.
Kevin watches hentai, so
I will say, yeah, what Craig did to me was far more akin to hentai.
It
There
was.
was tentacles and I was being grabbed out of the void.
I feel
Your
like
form of
it was some
animation.
sort of,
So I
it was
believe...
it was definitely less friendly. Let's just say that.
And this map is not accurate because I just remembered. Doc,
There's a map.
yeah, this map.
No, I'm not there.
Yeah, no, because you're at the bottom of the pool.
yeah, you're vibing. You can breathe underwater.
Doc got out and sat on a log.
Oh, he
thinking,
did.
quote, thinking about the new party of adventurers he would get to.
He's correct.
Quest with.
Is that what I fucking said?
Yeah.
You were like just thinking about the new adventurers from the Adventuring Guild that I would get to quest
I
with.
remember that part.
Yeah.
So-
Well, these guys are like,
was
you know,
harsh.
kind of.
Doc got out and is like, clearly I'm the only one with the capacity to live.
Well, okay, but that was more in
As
reference
he slowly
to
coughs his
us.
lungs out.
That was I can breathe underwater. It's all good.
But
No,
you also
You're dying.
crippling illnesses.
You get
oh
to
yeah, I'm
TB,
coughing.
dude.
That's unrelated to the water. And
I
it's
can
more
breathe
like
underwater, that's fine, but I'm just
it's
dying.
more like blood and bile anyway.
Oh, that's
No.
disgusting.
That's-
I was just saying that particular comment was not in reference to poor Kevin. It was in reference
Well,
to
you don't know Kevin's dead.
Hito and Cal's combined flushing us out somehow.
Yes.
I know that Hito didn't technically make any mistake, but he did cause us harm.
I was asked to get us out of here, I did that, and then Summer started going off at me.
Sure, almost died, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no way! Because I featherfalled us. We didn't take any damage from being flushed.
So,
But it,
that in mind, Hudson, you
Yes.
emerged.
What's up, Budge?
I just had a slight correction to the recap. Hudson doesn't have the cup, Budge has it.
Okay, thank you. There you
It's
go.
nestled next to the corpse.
oh, you took it
Yeah.
at the end
It's
too.
in my inventory.
Yep.
It is what? Nestled next to the corpse.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's only half hour, 45 minutes. Rigo hasn't set in yet, so we can get it out.
Oh.
He's also pickling him and water brining him.
Yeah,
So
how long does it take to become corpse water? What's the over/under on?
I mean, like, it's next
a couple of days.
to the barrel. It's not in the barrel.
A
It's
couple
next
of
to the
days,
barrel.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Couple of days. But I am
Yeah.
necrotic damage though, so I think my dead body would accelerate the corpsiness of that water.
Oh, we've already discussed what is happening.
Well, the first thing to
the
go
water.
is your muscles release, and so
No,
that water's
we
definitely changing
already-
colour.
We already know what is happening to this water. So Kevin and I have discussed what is happening to this water.
I would like to point out, I am extremely hungover still. I will vomit if we get too gross.
Okay, well,
With
let's
the
really
skin
get into it,
flaking
guys.
off in sheets of just...
Challenge accepted.
What a drama queen, eh?
Okay, so
Right, today was the
Think about
worst.
smell,
day.
Ty. Just think about the smell when you open the casket. It's gonna be bad.
so
Best part is when he gets all slimy, he sticks to the lid of the jar when they open it up to pull him out.
That's kind of funny. That one doesn't bother me.
so
Just when his scalp comes off.
as you are standing on the banks of the river Cal and Hito, you see a glistening golden eagle shoot out of the waterfall, the sun backlit behind him, the spray casting around him like glowing flecks. As Hudson...
Fireball.
Excuse
I'm just
me, what-
kidding.
Go for it. Go for it. What's the
Wow,
word?
Hudson, you got
As
Hudson, you got here quickly.
Yes, Hudson, you have emerged.
30
From
seconds to
waterfall.
get here. Wow, very quick.
I'm not quite sure you understand how time works, Doc.
I cast silence on Hudson. Apparently,
He barrel rolled out of that waterfall and spread his wings to the glowing embers, like the glowing embers of the sun behind him. Which I'm assuming Valcor's microphone is playing Funny Buggers.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hudson
no.
is choked up. He has nothing to say right now.
Giving him trouble today. No, not working.
He's tapped it.
Give it a second. I can guarantee you will start swearing in a minute because Grandpa's been messing with technology again.
Have you tried blowing on it?
Have you
Turning
tried
it
to
off
turn
and on
it
again.
and turning on again. Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, Grandpa, you can do it.
Hey, Kevin, we should work together. We start an IT company. that's our only advice. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
you'd be surprised how often that actually works.
Okay, yeah. Well, Chloe was trying
Doesn't
to
exactly
use the
work
rice
with life
cooker.
support.
Chloe was trying to use the rice cooker today, and she's like, "Babe, can you come and help me?" And I'm like, "What's up?" The rice cooker's not turning on. I pushed the plug in further. It wasn't even in. And I'm just like, "Oh,
That's
keep the
worst.
plug in, mate." And-
Wow.
How are we going? How are we going, Clint?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll
Would
come
you
back
say
to him. then.
Hudson's
We
just
will
too
come-
choked up. He can't say anything.
Oh shit, he knows about it. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fully like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I imagine
He can't tell us while he's soaring in the air.
Yeah, I imagine he's
shock.
taking a nice big sweeping arc, just trying to gather himself while
That's rain. That's waterfall water, not tears.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the heck?
Rain.
So, Cal,
Yeah,
Hito,
when did the
Doc.
waterfall turn yellow?
Cal, Hito, Doc, you do realise after Hudson comes out, circles around, there's no budge.
Or Kevin.
No budge or Kevin.
Yeah.
It was just an afterthought.
He's not.
Oh, he forgot about Kevin. You know, he's out of the mind now.
God, he's already written him off. He's like, okay, Kevin, line through it, done.
Who's my next party members? Yeah. Oh, I know that guy Craig. He's in the Adventurers Guild. He's pretty good.
So,
Or
Hito,
Craig.
Cal,
What,
Doc,
Clint? Clint's got.
right? Yay!
Hey!
Yes,
I
so
saw the green lines come around Clint just there.
the three of you realise that there is no budge or Kevin following Hudson. As Hudson, you make a sweeping arc.
Yo, Hudson. You lost?
I'll land.
Wow. Why are you looking so sheepish?
Where are the others?
Budge is still in the temple. But we lost Kevin.
What do you mean you lost him? You misplaced him? He's left?
He took a wrong turn, didn't he?
I think he drowned.
Eels can't drown.
He can't drown. He told us.
I remember him
Well,
quoting it regularly.
He stopped moving.
Maybe he's sleeping.
Yeah, but his body's floating around here somewhere.
Shouldn't laugh at that.
Actually, I haven't seen anything come out.
Are you sure?
Well, I flushed again. I thought he came out.
All right, everyone focus on the waterfall. We're looking for something that looks like a brown log coming out.
All right, hang on. I pull out my sending stone. Budge, are you there? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. You're good, Budge.
Budge has never been worse.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound good. Is Kevin all right? Hudson was saying he was having a nap, or he got lost or something.
Budge just stays silent for a moment. He doesn't really know how to say this.
And everyone else can hear this, by the way. It's not like quiet.
Kevin's dead.
Budge.
He's what?
Topsy!
No.
He got dragged down and he just stopped breathing.
Where are you, Budge?
I'm bringing him down the mountain. I didn't want to shoot him down the waterfall because I thought it would beat his body up.
Well, yeah, I suppose it would. Perhaps we'll meet you at the village. We're gonna double time it down there. All right.
Okay.
You know, we're looking at about 30-40 minute trip for this.
How long has it been? Oh wait, Hudson. How long ago did Kevin go down? God,
A little bit before I came out.
how long has it been? How long ago did Hudson come out at this point?
Hudson only came out about, I don't know, a minute ago.
Yeah. Does anyone have some sort of way of helping? Like, Hito, you did your little magic thing already with him today. Or yesterday.
It'd be rather dangerous, but I need him here now, not
if
in
you
half
can-
an hour time.
But if you can double time it back here, we might be able to save him. Hito did it already yesterday, remember?
Budge is coming as fast as Budge can.
Down the waterfall. We can catch your boy. It's all good.
How far am I? Is it easier to just double back and dive through a waterfall at this point?
Yeah, you could easily go back and dive through the waterfall.
We're doing that. Fuck it.
Before you get too far, you turn around and start walking back. You slowly make your way through the dark depths of the temple once more, remembering, strangely, every step that you're supposed to take. Eventually, you get back to the water room and mash the
It's like a
whirlpool
GPS.
button.
I'm the god of maps, remember? I know my way.
I think it's more
I
the
was
fact
lucky
that trauma
Hudson
has
didn't-
cemented it in your brain.
Yeah, it'd be very vivid.
Luckily,
So-
Hudson didn't break the button like he tried to
Hudson's
last
gonna
week.
fly up.
Well, I've
so you
already.
can catch them as they're coming out.
Well, as soon as I see any reflection feather falls, they're ready for Budge as
Okay.
well.
So,
And
Before I
It's
dive
easy for
through
Hudson to
the
carry.
hole,
Yep.
I'm gonna take the bucket off my back and just hold it close to my
barrel
chest.
roll around it, yeah. So you clutch it to your chest and you jettison through this waterway, bouncing off of rocks. You don't even realize, your senses aren't receptive to the fact that you are getting banged up and scratched as you are bouncing off the rocks of this place. As you come ricocheting over the edge of the waterfall, as Hito casts Featherfall on you, and Hudson grabs the back of you, kind of like gliding you down to the ground a little bit.
To where everyone is.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hudson.
He just lays
Okay,
in the
bud.
fetal position on the ground, wrapped around a giant water jug.
And then I'll put the barrel on the ground and open the lid, showing about a half a tank of water and
Just a little
Kevin.
face, closed eyes, his little nose and whiskers pointing out of it.
Alright, I'm gonna get ready. Someone pull him out. Can't believe I'm missing out on another autopsy.
pull him out and just hold him in my arms.
He's lighter than you remember.
You're probably not gonna like this, Budge.
Should I put him down?
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I can work on him there.
Just, yeah, right here.
Okay.
He is still in seal form, I will point that out to you.
Yep.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go one through the chest, one through his neck.
You're not quite sure where his neck is, his head and his neck. His
Oh yeah,
his
it's
chest merge
that's
all-
why it's like
weird
exactly. It's
seal
just
physics, but you're just
Hudson just stays there in shock.
okay.
I'm muttering and
Yeah,
You know,
this is what happened. This is what I saw yesterday. This is what I did yesterday.
just yeah.
As you're doing this, Hudson, and you're chanting, your hair starting to lift with your magic, calling into the void, you can feel the ground just fall out from underneath your mind as you jettison yourself into purgatory to find Kevin's soul, following the thread. As you do so, you can feel it growing colder as your hand over hand reaching further into death. As you look down, you notice that this thread that was once dotted over like stars, like holding a small galaxy, you start to notice that the little stars in this thread are starting to wink out. Doc, I need you to roll me a wisdom save, please.
Mother. $13.
You, as you're watching with bated breath, you initially hear like a soft shushing noise, as if you're hearing muted whispers, like someone talking behind a veil. And as you're standing there watching Hito, you're catching tiny snippets. You make out Kevin's voice and another voice. All you hear is, "We're in this together, right? Friends?"
This is from the other voice.
Yes, that's from the other voice. You hear a muffled response from Kevin. As Hito, you manage to find this tiny seal corpse just floating in the blackness of the ether. Just a pair of black eyes that are blacker than the inky darkness around it, watching him.
Things I do. Just grab him and drag him back.
As your ethereal hands wrap around his arm, you start to notice that all of the stars that seem to make up his ethereal body in this place start to spread wider and wider.
Uh-oh.
As you are rushing back to the body as fast as you can. For those
It's
of
not
you
good.
who are on this side of the living, you watch as Hito and Kevin gasp. There is a moment as you watch. Everyone can roll a perception for this.
Woo! Budgie's up really intent on this.
Laser focus.
I am seeing.
Oh damn! Everyone's like watching.
Makes sense that Hito and Kevin don't notice.
Why did I roll disadvantage? But it didn't make any difference.
Budge, Hudson, Cal, you all notice that
And me.
and you.
Not
You'll
you. She didn't
notice.
say you. You don't notice, mate.
You'll notice
Hi,
as Hito and Kevin come back, gasping for breath. Kevin's hair is now pure white. You all start to
Hard not
notice.
to notice that.
You notice that his sealskin has all of these pinpricks of starlight over it, like he is dressed in the inky night and the galaxy. As you can see, all of these constellations start to light up on his sealskin. And Budge, there is a momentary pause where you catch it before it vanishes. An amulet appears around his neck with nothing but a black circular disc attached to it before it vanishes. As Kevin is returned to you.
And as my hands remove from his body with the black inkiness that I leave everywhere, I will literally just go, satisfaction, not guaranteed, and then collapse.
I head over to try to stabilize Hito again, because I saw this happen last time. I know that really takes a toll on him.
Yeah, you can feel that his
Guys, make sure Kevin's all right.
You can feel that his heartbeat is fluttering in his chest, almost skipping a beat. You can tell that he is minutes away from potentially having heart failure.
I roll him over into the recovery position,
That'll recover.
and I give him a heart massage.
A
But I'm just-
massage?
A heart massage.
Okay.
Don't know what that is. Don't think it's real. Even in a fantasy realm, and not convinced that that's a thing.
He reaches into his chest and just.
Yeah, he's
I'm
just
doing
like,
some.
Alema.
You're doing magic.
Kalema.
I actually think a heart massage is usually an open heart massage. So you got to cut open his chest to do that.
so he's
You're
not
kind of
missing
doing
out on an
you're kind of
autopsy.
doing a bit
I
of-
take his scalp.
doing a
I take
thump.
his scalpel and give him a heart massage.
You're kind of doing a little bit of a thump kind of massage.
Anyway,
press from
no,
behind,
I was just
yeah.
meant like I'd like, if I notice it, I'm just gonna just check him for like first aid basically and make sure his heart is not strained. Is what I'm trying to do.
Is Kev like lying across Budge? Like,
Yeah.
what are you? So Budge is like here. Kev's like head in his arms.
At this point, I'm just like hugging him and just crying.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Actually,
I
I,
hope you've got
realised
more than one
your
hit
hair's
point.
not white because you're in seal form. Your whole seal skin is just pinpricked with stars.
Starlight.
Yeah.
Would he have a
Which, for
amulet
this,
if he's a
just
seal?
wait. Yes, he would see the amulet. However, this is what you see. For those
He's an
of you
OG
watching
street
stream.
seal. He's
Oh,
got
there
the
you go.
gold medallions.
Kevin is back. White
I would
seal.
love that.
There you go. Look at
What
Kevin's
is he?
token.
What did Kevin just say?
He's a white seal.
He's a white seal.
I thought you said Kevin's back light skinned. I was like, what?
Kevin is very fair skinned.
Yes.
Well, that's what I thought. And now I was just like, have I just not known what Kevin looks like this
Nope.
entire time?
Yeah,
Right
Kevin's
now,
always been
Budge,
fair skinned.
all of-
Like, very
all of-
fair.
Cal doesn't see colour.
All of his seal fur.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, in this form, I think this is as we discussed. All of your seal fur. You are now holding an albino Kevin. He is white.
Oh, he's not starry.
No, in this form,
No,
he's
like,
not starry.
Yeah,
Oh.
my seal skin's star pricked.
So that's what we will
I
see when he
put it on.
changes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does he want to? Does he want to have his skin off, or
Just peel his skin off in strips.
is Kevin awake enough? Like how?
I'm
close
Kevin's
is he?
breathing.
Yeah, I'll be up, but like
you are,
I'm.
by the way, your hit points are completely restored to original. Yeah.
Like his
You're
max or
actually-
just normal?
Kevin, you feel fantastic for someone who was just dead.
But that's.
Probably.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say that's different to yesterday.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
be
well, he
looking.
learnt.
like,
He learnt
at
from
my
yesterday.
flippers. And
You
then
look at your flippers.
I'll look at my flippers. I'm like standing there because I'm in
You're in
Budge's
Budge's
arms. I'm
arms. He's
alive.
cradling you.
It looks like I'm adjusting to the feeling of being alive again.
And
And I'll slowly like undoff my seal skin.
and then Cal is on top of you. I have like jumped on top of you
Alright.
because
Budge's arms, like
So
the,
I
the
have-
gremlin you
Yep.
are, apparently.
I can carry them both.
Okay.
If you look at my neat new character token, I have white hair.
Oh shit!
Fancy new, my
Fancy
new
white.
boy.
Yeah, he's got his white hair and he's got his star. And as he doffs his seal skin, yes, now you see it. It looks like it used to, but it has all these kind of constellations all over it.
Evan, how'd you get so pretty?
Hi, Razanok.
I never want to do that again.
Don't ever fucking do that again.
If you get the option, do not let Hito do that to you.
Oh, trust me, I don't plan on letting Hito anywhere near me, but thank fuck you're back.
Evan, I'm sorry I let you got hurt again.
I don't know if you can hear my phone, so give me a second.
It's all good. The goddess of death is calling you back.
Apparently. Sorry,
Left you
remind me where
a few
we just were.
voicemails.
Well, we were just saying we're so glad you're fucking back and that we're not going to let Hito
And
do
you
that
said-
to anyone else.
Yeah, and you said don't let Hito do that to anyone else.
Yeah, that is not a pleasant experience. It's better than being dead. It was pretty terrible being dead, I'll admit.
So what you're saying is we'll let Hito do it as many times as he needs to.
How long have I been gone?
A couple minutes, maybe?
About 10
I don't know,
minutes.
Hudson?
About 10 minutes
Yeah,
at this
okay,
point.
right.
I'm like an eternity in there.
What was it like?
Not good. It's like I've been there twice in a day. I don't think you're meant to do that.
So you're like a bit of a frequent flyer now.
Do not recommend
Do
the
we
Mile
have-
High Club to Purgatory.
Do we have frequent flyers in
Every
Hudson's
fifth
a
visit, you get a free revive.
Buy two, get one free.
No, it's every 10th is free.
Oh, God, I
Why
hope
are
not.
you? Why are you white?
Hudson, you can't ask people why they're
It's
white.
dead.
We've come full circle, Craig!
Can I like sort of just use my, I guess, knowledge of medicine or history? Essentially, I want to ascertain as to why his hair might have been turned white, whether it's magical or like stress on his body or something like that.
Yeah, you
I'm
can.
gonna while he's doing that, I'm checking myself out in the
Would
obsidian
that be
shop.
medicine or would it be something else? Or
I would like
You can
to
roll, me a
roll
medicine.
Arcana.
And you can roll an Arcana if you like.
So I'm sitting there like I'm holding my hair. I'm trying to look at it. I can see it's different.
yeah, it's
Fudge.
like Snow White.
Not only did you catch sight of the amulet, I will say with that nat 20, in retrospect, as Doc and Cal are examining Kevin, just on the edge of your periphery, you start to realize your shadow looks odd.
My shadow.
Well, your shadow should look kind of lumpy, like you're holding someone, but there is no Kevin shadow.
Interesting.
I really thought that would go on for longer.
I didn't expect a nat 21.
We discussed me not having a shadow, and I'm like, oh, it'll be a couple of weeks till I find that out.
Yeah.
The first roll, Steven.
Well,
Sorry for caring so much.
So, Cal,
He's very intent.
Cal, you're not sure. Could be a weird magic. There's magics that can do this kind of stuff, but you haven't really looked into something like this. Doc, again, stress on the body can produce pigmentation. It's not usually as immediate as waking up with white hair. But you do know that sometimes magical spell effects, things like this, can cause discoloration of the skin.
Or extreme torture.
Or
It's not rubbing off.
What was that,
Have you-
Hudson?
You pointed it out to Kev.
It's not rubbing off.
What's not rubbing off?
The white.
It's his hair.
Kevin.
What?
The Arcana roll.
He rolled your
Oh my god! Can we get bonus points for that one?
It's Kevin's favourite number.
What, 911?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I really like calling emergency services. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah,
He
especially
called
when
the
you're
emer-
dead.
Yeah, he called the emergency service during a very prevalent moment in history.
Moving right along,
moving right along.
gang.
All right. No, Hudson, it's his hair. It looks like it's just changed. Can I look at Hito? Is Hito changed at all? Because I was like just making sure he's okay.
Hito looks like
I mean,
Hito, man. He looks slightly psychotic, but that's Hito.
But is he conscious now, or is
Hero
he?
look psychotic in his sleep, by the way.
He shut up for once.
I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
well,
Is he awake?
well, it's up to you whether you want to lull into a nap, but
Well, I mean, I was waiting to see what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
Hito, do you need a drink, Hito, or? I got some water here.
Nah, I'm fine.
Let me tell you, I could use an ale. We should go to the bar.
Maybe we can get some hair color or something. We can put it back the way it was.
You know, I kind of like it this way. I'm sort of still checking myself out in the obsidian rock I've got. So I've got that obsidian rock that's like fist sized. I've like shaved a side off of it during our last long rest, so it's a bit reflective. If anyone can correct me if it's not that reflective. But
No, it's definitely that reflective. You've died and come back to life. I just give Kev a thumbs up. Like, yeah, whatever you say, big boy.
let's go get an ale.
Guys, I need to say something. I have a confession to make. While I was at the bottom of the water, I was compiling a list of new companions that I know of from the Adventurers Guild, mainly because of Cal and Hito. I was really disappointed in you flushing us out of that temple.
He wanted out.
It went directly against our mission. We were after the chalice. After all.
He's the one that fixed all the puzzles. I just did as I was told.
You panicked and
I didn't panic. I wanted out. He told me that was how we got out. I mean, I specifically wanted to go to the next room, but I can understand.
Did you think it through?
I'm sorry. Hito's so far proven to be the smartest out of all of us. He said, "Hit the button." I hit the button.
Everyone seems to have their advantages.
Hey,
I mean,
guys.
Yeah, I mean, talk about advantages. I mean, he wanted out. We told him out. We went out. Someone stayed around to fish around and find out. What'd you find, buddy?
I just lower Kevin down to the ground, and I just reach behind me. I'm like, I got the cup.
Budgery, you got the cup. I fucking love you, big boy, and I give you a fucking huge hug. I try to lift Budge.
How's that gonna go for you, Chief?
Oh, let's see with a -2 how
probably
that's
in
gonna go.
athletics. No, it's an athletics, man.
Oh, it's an athletics.
He breaks his
Luckily,
own
roll bad.
bones.
I mean,
Budge.
you feel
You
your back
budge.
twinge a little bit, and you get him like the barest hint off the ground.
I get on my tippy toes to make you feel good.
That's completely okay.
I mean, you want to chastise me? I mean, sure, I did what I was asked to do. But
No.
you made the quest to get this cup. Now, in terms of the people that are with you, was it worth the cost? I know what's on the other side. Do you?
Let me clarify
I'm
here,
familiar.
Hito.
I know you do. I've had to pull you out of there twice now.
Yeah. Look, I need to clarify. I had been thinking of what's next, but I am grateful to you, Hito, for bringing Kevin back. But
Why?
Cal, this is not a victory. I don't know why you guys are so happy. Like, Kevin actually died twice, and Cal, you died as well.
Nobody said
And
Budge was happy.
I'm going to go on record and say I don't think it was worth it.
What? That's
This
it?
was not worth it at all.
But you were just saying that we were left without completing the mission. You're going off at me and Cal. So, as I said, is it worth it? I mean, the way I see your morals, and I know mine are pretty bad, I question yours. And if I'm questioning yours, how dark are you?
Truly are.
I mean, that's kind
a
of
chaotic
creepy.
little devil, aren't you?
He is a little bit of a gremlin. But like, I mean, we need the cup so that we can figure out how to stop the end of the world.
Doc's not dark at all.
That's racist. I don't think we should have taken the gang. I need to go on record. I've said it
If you're
many times,
referring to
but I
my
need to
skin
play
color,
it.
I am quite dark. I'm a shade of Kai. So can you not see me?
He's like a shade of grey.
I'm definitely grey.
But I
I'm
mean,
dark grey.
do I
You're
act as a
dark.
beacon if I'm dead?
I'm light grey then. What's that?
I
You
mean,
act as-
I don't think I act as a beacon if I'm dead.
No,
So I mean,
but you are actually far worse if you're dead. Yeah, you no longer act as a beacon, but where do you think your energy goes?
You're probably just feeding into that sun lotus lady, to be honest.
well, I mean, now that Budge has gone and got the chalice, I'm sure we can figure out exactly
So
what's going
let
on.
me get this straight. When Kevin dies, he goes to purgatory, right?
Oh no, he wasn't in purgatory.
Where did he go?
Limbo.
Limbo.
It's the
Well,
same
where does
thing.
Cal go?
Kevin, why were you playing Limbo?
No, it's a bit different. He's like the entryway and on the destination.
Okay.
Where would Cal go when he dies? Then do you think?
Oh, with those wonderful markings,
Boston.
they basically got like a sippy straw attached to him. He goes.
That's what I was getting that sense. So Cal, I don't think you want to die. That's probably not.
Oh, I don't
A
think
good
anyone really
idea.
wants to die. Is that right, Kevin?
No, I strongly think no one should die. It is
Yeah.
terrible.
So
It is really,
given
really,
that,
really
Yeah,
bad.
seal of disapproval.
given that
by Kevin.
information,
Seal of
should we
disapproval.
not be more organized in the future?
Well, as I was saying, Budge, I don't think that dying was worth getting that cup, but I still don't think we should have taken the cup. As I've protested in the past. And before we leave this place, I want everyone to like really consider it. Should we be taking it?
Well, what's the consequences of taking it? Like,
I don't even.
When
Is the
when we
river still
spoke
running?
to the
It's just a
temple
cup.
priestess, she said that it feeds the oases of the area.
yeah, but isn't that just a myth?
Aren't all myths kind of truths in a way?
But the river's still running, isn't it?
Yeah, but where did the water go?
I mean, I've got another option. We've already seen Kevin sell a panther retardant bloody candle. Why don't we just give them another chalice?
Budge doesn't think you can say that word.
They said that they were testing us, right? What's her name? Sorry,
Marley.
someone out of character. Remind me, Marley.
Yeah, Marley.
Marley said she was testing us, but what if the test isn't to get the cup? What if it's to do the right thing?
Okay, look. A lot of shit was going on. Budge just wanted to get the cup because that's what he thought we were supposed to
Budge, I
do,
don't-
and then we
I'm
can
not
talk
blaming
about
you, I
it.
wanna make
We
it
can
really
talk
clear.
about it once things had cleared up a bit.
Budge, I'm not
I mean-
blaming you. I want to make it clear. I really appreciate you bringing me back here, and same to you, Hito.
I
A
mean,
little bit more so,
I was
admittedly.
I was off doing other things. I'm not really sure of your mission, and then you're getting a cup, and I'm like, okay, I don't know anything about this cup. Yes, this could be a terrible idea. Then you get to research it. This could be a monumental fuck up.
Well, in your educated opinion, if you take a magical cup from a place where it supplies water to, what would happen to that place?
Hold
What
on.
is it feeding? It's feeding something, obviously.
So 4 minutes ago it
Hypothetically.
was, oh, we don't trust Hito's judgment, and now it's, oh, we do trust Hito's judgment.
I am saying
And
hypothetically,
like,
I'm not actually listening to what he's saying. I'm just
So why are you
letting him
bothering-
offer his opinion. Everyone has
I'll
an
quote
opinion.
Cal here. Hito is the smartest of all of us, didn't he say?
He did say that not 30
He
seconds
he
ago.
literally said he's the smartest. So
My,
did
my
just say that.
argument
Taking his
is that when
opinion on the
I
block.
listen to Hito, I'm an idiot and shouldn't have listened to Hito. But when you ask Hito for his opinion and you want Hito, apparently it's okay to listen to Hito. So
Cal,
I never
we
said that.
let
Don't
you talk
levy
as well.
those at me.
We let you speak as well, Cal, because everyone has their voice.
I mean, I would have researched it more. Even if it was myth or legend, there's
We
always
did research. We went to a library.
there's always some percentage of truth in a myth.
Yeah, that's what Kevin said.
can you know how you devoured the little ducky crown, right, Hito? Can
Yes.
you pull that back? Is
No.
that- so that's not like a pocket dimension thing.
No.
Okay.
That helps me.
Okay. I mean, until we...
Are you using magical items to, like, for fuel or something?
Not for fuel, for gain. I mean, it's an old lich thing. I mean, they normally absorb life out of people. I'm sort of trying to go for a higher ground on that, so I'm just doing objects. But, eventually, if I reach that point, yeah, I have to make that call, won't I?
So you're like a vegetarian vampire?
Yeah. But magic things.
Like an ethical lich.
Well,
I don't know if there's such thing as an ethical lich.
There is. There are very good liches out there that do very good things.
But you're not an ethical lich.
Team, let's pick this up by the campfire. We'll have later tonight, I'm sure, but we need to figure out what to do with this cup. We can't keep standing here.
But
I mean, we can set camp right here. Get out your bedroll.
Is there anything on the cup? That'd be my first question. Is there any glyphs, designs, story?
the cup is gone. You have no idea where it is right now. It has vanished.
Budge.
I've got it.
Oh, Budge!
He put the
yeah,
cup
I know,
away.
but-
I saw him. I was
As in,
cuddling him. And
When I said I put it in my,
I know
I
you
back
put it.
away and I
Budge
put it
knows
back in
where
my
it
bag.
is. Did anyone notice you put it away?
I was still had my arms around his hips. I'm still trying to lift the big fella.
Oh my god.
Can I take the
that makes
cup out and have a little suss of it?
Yeah, you can have a look at the cup. It is a cup that is carved from a singular piece of obsidian. It is pretty roughly hewn. It is a goblet style, but it is pretty roughly hewn. The edges have been sanded so it's nice and soft. So they're softened, so it's not a sharp point or anything like that. But even as you lift it out, Budge, it is still bubbling water over your hand.
Oh, that's not good. Excuse me, God.
Oh, your bag is. Did you keep it in your bag or did you keep it in the water flask with Kevin?
I kept it in my bag.
Then your bag is now saturated. It is full
No,
of
that's
water.
fine.
Kevin's all wet now as well.
Kevin is all wet now.
Kevin loves
My brother in
Best
Christ,
type
you're
of
right.
Kevin.
We're all wet. We just got flushed out of the goddamn thing.
Excuse me, God. What does Kevin's? He's wearing a jacket, and you
He's
said
wearing
it
a
had
suit.
elven on it.
Yeah, he's wearing
No,
a
he's
suit.
wearing.
Yeah, but I've got that jacket as well now. That I've
Yeah.
What does the coat say? I can read elven.
It's not like elven words or anything.
It's a style
elven,
of
it's elven embroidery, elven style embroidery. So linking patterns and things like this. Like you would,
Natural flowing.
yeah, all natural kind of very Celtic styles of knotwork and things like this that you would be very familiar with, Cal, because of where you come from.
Yeah. If I can't notice anything else about the cup, I'm just gonna hand it to Kevin and be like, "But just sure you guys will make the right decision and walk off."
I'm gonna.
Do you, Budge? Do you leave your casket of water?
It's been on the ground since I got there.
So you
But,
lifted
yeah, I'll leave it
Kevin
there for
out of
now.
it. Have you tipped it
Yeah.
over?
No,
Okay, so it's a
it's upright. The
Yeah.
lid is off.
okay. Just making sure. I know. Okay.
Walk off and buy a bunch of beer.
Kevin?
Okay.
I'm not saying anything because I think that's too close to meta. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up about that.
But are you going to town? Because we were going to make camp here, I thought.
Why don't we just stay in an inn?
He's gone. He's gone.
No,
You
we
wanna
need to deal with this cup first. We're not. This isn't waiting for the morning.
Budge needs some alone time. He's just gone.
Budge, can you not go
remember-
too
have
far
you seen-
because we're not angry at you?
Budge will be back.
This before Hito. You got any clues?
Right, there is. I'll have a good look at the cup, please.
Yep.
Can I have a look in the barrel that Kevin came out of? Is there any loot in the barrel?
It is a barrel full of seemingly harmless water.
I don't like that you've said seemingly harmless water, if I'm being honest with you, God.
I don't like the shit-eating grin that's on Kevin's face right now.
What would you like me to do to look at
I'm
this?
not making a
cup?
face.
Okay, if you're just looking at the cup, it is as I've described. It is an obsidian cup.
Yeah, I want full details. Just like I'm in full research mode.
Okay, you turn the cup over in your hands. It is a roughly hewn goblet out of one
Is it
singular
water
piece
every
of
time they
obsidian.
turn it around?
Light does pass through it in the way that it does pass through obsidian. It's kind of got this smokiness to it. It doesn't seem to have any engravings or anything specific on it. But yes, it does look, the way that it is perfectly smoothed, it does look like somebody has just reached into a piece of obsidian and pulled a cup out. It's very finely worked.
So there's no markings or anything that are worthwhile. That's what I want. I want something that I can research.
There is
So if that's not the case, I'm going to sit it down and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do my identify.
Okay, you have
Ritual.
10 minutes to cast your identify ritual as Cal is nose over the edge of a barrel looking into a barrel of water. Mudge buys himself a beer.
Is it clear? Like, it's clear, crystal clear water?
Yeah.
Nothing in it.
Nope. Are you casting identify or detect magic, Hito?
Let's start with identify.
Okay.
Can Budge even like taste beer? By the way.
When you cast identify, is it only on the one item that you are working
Only on the cup.
Okay.
He's doing it for the culture, Scotty.
Okay. So, yeah, Cal, while you're casting that Hito, yeah, Cal, it appears to be clear, crystal clear water. There isn't even any sediment or hair or dirt from Seal Kevin in it. It is perfectly crystal filtered water.
Everything's screaming not to poke it, but I'm Cal and I want to poke it.
No, you're
No,
tired.
you're oozing and you want to poke it.
I dip my finger in the water and I like swirl it around. I'm like, hey Kevin, what was it like floating in here while you were dead?
I wasn't floating in there. My soul was elsewhere. I didn't experience anything in the barrel.
Really? You just completely disconnect from your body?
You're just gone, bud. You're not there anymore.
Such a weird process.
As Cal is
to think
turning
about.
to talk to you, Kevin, and the rest of you who are still here, you start to notice as Cal is talking, his hair is turning a vivid lime green.
Ruh-roh.
Raggy.
Wait, Cal's?
Yep.
Or mine?
No
Yeah.
Cal's.
Cal.
Is he eladrining?
No, he has still got that slightly reddish tinge to his skin. But yes, his eyes are going bright lime green. His hair is going bright lime green.
Oh, because his finger's in the cup, yeah, while he's doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just swirling in the water while I talk to you.
It's lime green, okay. I'm gonna be like, you should probably stop that. That doesn't look like it's doing you any good.
Hudson, you can see that this is happening too.
And I'll obsidian rock mirror him. And be like, look, is it light?
Contagious?
Like, does it look like light is coming out of his like hair or whatever, or is it just like...
It's just his
It's
hair and eyes
green.
have turned green.
I like look at myself in the mirror and like pull my finger back out. Like, what the fuck?
You look cursed.
Hudson's dusting his finger off and backing away from Kevin.
It's not in his hair.
I start pointing my finger at Hudson.
Wait, was his finger in the water in the barrel, or was it in the...
It was in the water in the
Cal's?
barrel.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm gonna, because we've discovered this now, I'm gonna put the lid on top of the barrel immediately.
yeah, that's maybe a good
I feel
idea.
like we should get this disposed of appropriately.
Is that some like toxic water now, or?
I assume so. I was necropolized before I died.
I don't think
I'm
that
gonna-
lies is a word.
I'm
said
gonna
it
go up
must be a
to
word.
Hang on, what's my? Yeah, I cast light.
Yep.
And I shine it into Cal's eyes like a doctor. You know, just looking at his pupils.
His pupils,
Examining his eyes.
his retina, his optical nerve, shadows the way it's supposed to. His lens seems to be the correct shape that it's supposed to be, which is slightly more oval shaped to account for the elven vision. You do notice that his sclera is perfectly clear. His iris is showing perfect color nodes. Nothing seems to be off. His eyes seem to be functioning. They're just green.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Um,
It's not good.
it's never good. It's always
You're
something.
cursed.
I'm always fucking cursed. Hito, what the fuck's going on with this water?
Hito.
Don't interrupt the process!
He's fully chanting,
Yeah, he is like full chant.
setting up all these like candles and shit, drawing a chalk circle
Hudson,
or whatever.
come back
Blood
down
circle.
here.
Nope.
I just want to touch you with my finger.
Nope.
Hudson,
Cal?
Don't touch anyone with
Cal?
a finger.
How would you like to go take a swim in the water?
No, that's bad.
you think that
What if
I...
he curses the water? And this
Why
is
does
this town's
everyone
only
keep saying
drinking
I'm
supply?
cursed? We don't know that I'm cursed. We just think that I'm probably cursed.
I pressed to
Look at
digitize his fingers.
Yep, he's dry. His hair and eyes are still green.
I would
I
like
don't-
to put on...
I don't think it's a good idea for him to jump in the water.
I don't think it's a good idea either to jump in the water. I'm glad we're on the same page for once, Kevin.
Well, what I was
We
implying is
give
that
each other a look. We know we're both
Kevin-
there.
I was only going to put his head in the water. All right.
This is
And hold it
town's
there.
only drinking source.
Hudson, if you keep picking on me, I'm gonna touch you with my finger.
You are picking on Hudson. He is an innocent.
Hito.
He's an innocent youngling.
As this argument is going on, you get that faint tingle ping in your head as knowledge of what this item is. As you become acutely aware, as you are staring at this, the noise, the background noises changed. Yes, you can hear them arguing as you're looking at this cup and you realize that this is a cup of eternal water. It is a legendary, wondrous item. As you realize it's not that the background sound has gotten louder or change has happened to it in a way that has made it significantly different. It's the lack of a sound that you start to notice. The waterfall is actually getting quieter.
Oh,
I'll look over. Is the waterfall drying up?
Yes.
Oh, it's so painful being right so often. Ouch.
can we? No, go Hito, go.
People. I just point at the waterfall.
Yeah, we're mid argument.
Yeah, we're too engrossed in our argument.
What? Oh,
We're not playing a game of fucking charades. Just tell us what's
no.
going on.
Look behind you, Cal.
As you say that, Cal, you realize the waterfall has stopped.
Oh, waterfall off. That's not good.
So it's
Eternal water. This thing just generates water non-stop. That's what this cup does. It's a legendary item.
oh, couldn't we just use like one of those jugs, the decanters that do that?
This is like the
sort
super version of one of those.
So, do you want me to put that back?
It's ideal. You're about to wipe out the entire ecosystem for the next several
I
miles.
was like, this is not my first rodeo.
Do you want to chuck that here, and I'll just go for a little wander and teleport it back in there?
of- Can you do that?
I mean, I've got to get close, but Hudson, if I promise not to touch you, will you fly me back up to the top of the waterfall?
How's that
means
gonna
I have
work?
to touch you.
That doesn't make sense.
Surely there's a cleric in the town. We can quickly get him uncursed.
No, hang on. Hudson, I have cleaned his fingers. He's okay now.
Wait,
Who's
you're-
cursed?
I hate this phrase. I've cleaned
Alright,
his
I'll,
fingers.
I'll take my water skin out of my.
Okay,
backpack
I
and
have
we can,
pressed to
climb down
digitize
through
his
there.
fingers. What was that, Kevin? Sorry.
I've got a water skin from my backpack in my hand, and we can run that through his hair onto the stage, onto the stone.
Okay,
and we
That's
can
a
see if
good
it cleans
idea.
it.
See if that works. Give it a go.
What
Shut
if
up,
I-
Cal.
Cal,
Bend
Cal,
over.
before we do, what do you think?
I've cleaned his fingers. Shut up, Cal.
I don't-
Bend over.
I don't think it's a good idea to wash whatever's on me off onto the ground.
No, but it'll go onto the stone here, so it won't seep into the ground. It'll just evaporate away.
Okay, can I prestidigitize his hair?
And we can
Why don't we-
prestidigitize it
Cal
away.
has
Hito!
in prestidigitating his hair, Doc. You clean out any of the product he uses to keep it perfectly coiffed and spiky.
It's shit. It's shit hair now.
It is perfectly washed
It's flat.
and fluffy. No, it's fluffy as hell.
Oh,
Like
okay.
like the soft downy cotton of a dandelion puff. But it
Can we
is still
stop
a lovely
fucking with me?
emerald green.
Hito, am I cursed
Oh.
or not?
Is there a
I'll-
spell for this too?
I'm gonna, try and do my. I'm gonna have to ritual to find out whether he's cursed.
Oh my god, it's gonna take fucking.
It's gonna take another 10 minutes.
You know what?
Meanwhile,
Fuck it, Kevin.
As
Kevin,
Hito
wash my hair.
grabs your skull and starts chanting over you in that deep, bassy, eldritch vocalization.
I've picked
And
up
the
the cup at
perfect-
this point.
A perfect. I gotta
Hito's
use the
grabbing and
perfect
moving.
chant
I've picked up
for the hair. Something like an old chant. Decore.
Meanwhile, while
I
this is
sit
happening,
there cross-legged, cup in hand, like I'm at a salon. I'm a little child. I'm like, Jesus
as
Christ.
this is happening, Budge,
It's secretly very relaxing to you.
you are sitting up on your own at a table with a beer in the,
Rolling initiative against my inner demons.
in the early afternoon sun.
Tickle some of them.
Go on, roll.
As you notice, as you are sitting there, Budge,
What the fuck?
staring into your tankard, you notice that there are a set of little dark fingers just on the edge of the table, on the opposite side of the table, and the top of a scruffy red head and glowing eyes that just appear out over the edge of the table, looking at you.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Myri?
Oh, Budge has a friend with a name like that.
What are you?
Budge doesn't know anymore.
'Cause you're pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Would you like to marry my dolly?
Budge is normally all for making friends, but it might be safer for your dolly if Budge doesn't.
Oh no, she needs someone to come and save her. She was enchanted by an evil witch who told her that if she wasn't nice and ate all her vegetables, then she would be turned into a pig.
Into a pig.
Yeah,
Okay. That's a new one for Budge.
yeah. And of course, she said, no, I'm not going to eat my vegetables because they are stinky.
Mm,
Do you
Vegetables
eat your
are stinky.
vegetables?
Power, power.
Budge normally just eats rocks.
I tried to eat a rock once. Mom told me it was a bad idea. But it's
Yeah,
okay.
they're not very
It came out
tasty.
the other end.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Apparently, despite the fact that we're obsidian dwarves, we can't eat rocks.
Well, that's unfortunate. Budge finds them to be the cheapest food. Free.
Is there a favorite kind of rock you like eating?
the first one Budge comes across.
So you really, really like rocks?
I mean, Budge wouldn't say they're delicious, but they get the job done.
Okay, wait here. She throws
Okay.
She throws a doll. It's a small doll that looks like an obsidian dwarf. It's made of dark fabric with red wool hair. It's got 2 bright yellow buttons for eyes. It's got a very roughly hewn dress, and she leaves it on the table. As she runs off, after a couple minutes, she comes back with what appears to be a shoebox, and she puts it on the table and she climbs up, her little feet dangling off of the stool, and she opens it up. This is my rock collection. Maybe you can lick them all and tell me if they taste good.
Eat the rocks. Eat the rocks.
Budge appreciates the offer, but Budge doesn't really have a tongue. He normally just shoves them down and lets them do their job.
Do you think that they have different kinds of powers? Do some rocks work better than others?
Budge never really gets any powers. He just stops being hungry.
I get the same way with sticky buns.
Yeah, Budge's friends say sticky buns are pretty good.
So, are you going to stay here forever with us and just eat rocks?
Oh, probably not forever, but until Budge's friends need him, he's probably just gonna sit here and drink but not get drunk.
What's that?
You'll learn about it when you're older.
Oh,
Budge, can you hear me, Budge?
Oh, hold up. Hello?
Oh my god, it's a magic rock like she was just talking about.
Are you all good, Budge?
Yeah, Budge is just making new acquaintances.
Wolf, I was just about
Oh, that hurt.
I was just about to say acquaintances as a joke, and then Budge ripped my heart out.
Yeah, that's anyway. Budge,
from where you're standing, Doc, you can actually see Budge up at the top of the plateau, and you can see that there's a little girl sitting opposite him.
Wait, he didn't even make it to the tavern?
Wait, can we see
There's
from
no
here?
tavern here.
Where is he fucking drinking?
Just sitting at a picnic table on the other
Don't
side.
you remember the giant flask of the guy just serving people?
It's all outside.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all outside.
I
Like
thought
a
it was like
fair.
a half-hour walk back to the village.
No, it's a half-hour walk from the village to the start of the temple.
This is why you're not the
Oh.
god of maps. My god.
Yeah, no, that's Budge. I'm not a
love that-
GPS, mate.
Kevin's measuring from every individual character.
I'm just trying to see like who's got line of sight up there because I'm like I thought this here is like a cliff, isn't it?
It is,
Yeah,
but
well,
it's not a very
if you look
high
at the map,
cliff.
Doc's on the most
Like,
elevated
this is
part,
an
really.
amphitheater down, so they're not very high steps.
Oh shit, I'm on the map.
Yeah.
Plus Budge is I suppose, but you could see him.
Mate,
He's the
I
whole
didn't
thing.
even look at the map. I'm sorry. I'm just doing all this theater of the mind, man. I'm in theater of the mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, Budge, look, I don't think that you should make acquaintances. I think you should continue making friends, but we can talk about that later.
Therapy with Doc later.
We love the fact that
I'm not doing no
we love
therapy.
the fact
Shut up,
that
Kev.
Scott we love the fact that Scott can't let conflict just ride in a groove.
Okay, I think everyone is uncomfortable with Budge making acquaintances. It's not just me.
You're the only one that knows this, though, unfortunately.
And from Doc's perspective, things need to be done in a certain way. Things have their place, and Budge makes friends. Budge does not make acquaintances. All right. So if you want to know the inner workings of Doc Holloway, you can ask me later.
Everyone's got their little box that they're in.
Yep.
And we're all uncomfortable
Wait,
with Budge having
there is a
acquaintances.
phrase for this.
all right?
Everyone's got their role.
I was just thinking that. I was literally thinking
Whoa.
everyone's got their role. I was
Stay
like,
in
nah.
your lane. Stay in your lane, Budge, and make
Stick
friends.
to the status
Alright.
quo.
No,
We do need to maintain the status
Wait,
quo.
I can't sing that. No, we don't want to get cancelled for copyright.
Anyway. Wait, is this how we talk? Is it
Zac
like this?
Efron isn't.
That's
Oh,
not
shit,
the way it
it's
works.
like a
Anyway,
speakerphone.
anyway,
Hi,
isn't it?
Zach.
I'm imagining it's like a mobile phone now or a walkie-talkie.
yeah, it's more like a little.
Have
Have you seen the
walkie-talkie.
shoe phone from Get Smart?
Hello, Budge. Anyway, no, this is how you hold phones these days,
Okay.
isn't it?
I'm
Like that.
speaking.
Anyway,
Budge, I just wanted to let you know that we're all okay, and we're gonna return the thing. If you want to talk about that with the others.
So,
If you say that returning it's the best thing to do, Budge will trust your judgment.
theater of the mind, real quick. Sorry, is Doc standing with us down here, or is Doc
Yes.
up on the hill?
I would have walked away a little bit to talk to him
Okay,
because
so we
I
can't
can't
hear you.
I can't talk on a fucking phone with people around me. So I'm imagining that Doc needs,
a little.
you know,
bit of distance,
I need a little bit of distance.
which is
Okay,
why
I was just making sure I
Which
wasn't
is
yelling
why-
out
I'm
to
not
anyone
like-
up with green hair.
I'm not
One
out
finger
of.
in the ear.
Yeah, Budge can probably hear you guys in the background, like doing your shit. Like,
yeah. Well, especially since
Yeah,
there's no
rockets.
roar of the waterfall behind it anymore. This valley has become kind of weirdly, eerily quiet.
oh god,
Except
they're
for
gonna
the
notice
chanting
that.
of, I'm gonna wash that man right out of your head.
He's gonna do what, Kevin? Kevin, what's he doing?
Why is there a man in his hair?
I don't know, but last time Hito touched me, it was the bad touch. So watch out.
And
I'm
is he
just
from
like-
the sea?
I'm like sitting there like this. Like, I'm cross-legged.
You're
I've got the chalice
are
in my
you casting
hand.
detect magic, by the way, Hito?
Yes.
His
Oh my
hair,
God.
his hair is magic. Yes,
My whole body's fucking
His whole
magic.
body is.
his whole body's magic. Yeah.
I was gonna say he's all magic, but I'm more specifically trying to see if there's
Oh, yeah,
something
yes.
negative.
Yeah, he's cursed as fuck.
Other than his cursed bloody arm burn marks.
I mean, he's
Oh my god, he's
he's
multi-cursed.
He's riddled in curses. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Well,
Wow.
actually, no. If we're gonna break it down, because detect magic, I don't think you can detect.
It just tells
what
you
it is.
different.
Yeah.
Different
schools of magic.
schools of magic.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It's a big red cross.
yes, his hair actually is illusion magic. It has straight up changed his hair color, eye color, just the appearance of it. His hand magic, however, I believe that comes under abjuration, which teleportation and stuff is abjuration. I'm pretty sure. So
Sorry, Chief.
I thought it was
Interestingly, because
transportation. I was
detect
thinking.
magic is an area kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It can be, yes.
Interestingly, Kevin is radiating necrotic magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
He's used to that shit.
One person at a time. Okay. You want the good news or the bad news?
Oh. What's the radius on your detect magic? And
give me
where
5 seconds.
exactly are you away? Okay, so you're about...
I'm literally.
I'm looking at where Doc is in comparison. So Doc's about 15 feet away. Okay. What's your radius?
Why me?
I'm looking it up. Looking it up. Give me a second. There you are.
It's magic tuberculosis.
30 feet.
Yep. So Doc as well. You can kind of stuttering a bit, but Doc is radiating divination magic.
What about the tub?
Oh, the tub? The tub is all kinds of magic. It's almost dwarfing every other magic around you right now. That tub is just a shining beacon of straight all magic.
Oh well, maybe that can go to
Pure
your leech
magic.
god.
I mean, you kind of.
I just clicked. Sorry.
You just.
I
I
kind
just
of.
clicked something. I forgot something that Tegan told me earlier, and it's just clicked proper. And I'm like, oh.
I mean, that's sort of what's happening to
No.
you, Cal.
Yeah.
As I'm detecting all this, and I get the real rush of that big power jar behind me. I'm like, while my hands are in your hair. It's not looking good.
What do you mean it's not looking good?
Okay. Good news, bad news. Which one do you want?
I mean, there's never really any good news, so you might as well hit me with the bad news.
Cool. Because the good news was I could lie to you if you want. Bad news is you're cursed as hell.
You could like me if you want.
Lie if you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm following.
Okay, so, alright, where to start? We already know about, you're basically a giant chewy beacon for monster of the Netherrealm. And it's an illusion type magic, it's changed you. I mean, if it's an issue, we can kind of do some... I don't think I have it.
I mean, will it wear off eventually?
It's possible.
Oh, God's shaking her head.
It will not wear off. You can tell it won't wear off.
Well, okay, it won't wear off. I mean, I do have a theory, but I don't have a spell for that. But I have something I could try.
Before you try that, Hito, would you say that this stemmed from touching things when things shouldn't have been touched?
Look, you're never going to stop Ty
Is
from
that
doing that.
your
It is an inherent
diagnosis?
Ty trait.
I mean, in saying that, I'm feeling you're not one to talk on this subject.
He has got a point, Kevin. You've touched many things
things-
you shouldn't touch.
Things touch me, I don't touch things.
I mean, you touch death.
Right. I mean, I've picked up some very interesting things in the area. From you and from you.
Alright, I'm gonna shut the fuck up then. Never mind.
Your Cal. We just know your Cal. And
So, why did the barrel do this?
that is emanating a whole heap of different magic, and the only way it could be doing something like that is it's either it's some sort of wild surge or a chaos surge. I do have something I would love to try with that jar. Actually, there's two things I want to try with the jar.
I mean,
Doc, he's
if he's
saying this. That sounds awfully kind of like holy water.
I'm tipping my water skin out and filling it up with water from that.
So holy water has this kind of description. It
In
just
the
doesn't
fact
turn
that
people green.
It surges with magic and radiates energy.
Usually radiant magic, yeah.
Yeah, the essence of what he's talking about with that kind of power sounds like holy water, but holy water, as you pointed out, doesn't usually do this. That being said, you know that different gods have different ways of blessing water, and that does change the nature of the holy water, the blessing on the water.
Yeah, can I head over to the water myself, because I haven't looked at it yet.
Oh yeah, sure.
And,
as Cal is scooping
maybe-
up a water skinful.
Kev's taking one too.
I'm gonna go and sniff
Fun.
the water and
Kevin and I
have a
nodding
look
to
at
each
it.
other the whole time. We're like,
Okay, as you sniff the water, it doesn't have a smell. It,
Smells like water.
yep, pretty much.
All right.
So while you investigate this, Doc, well, this isn't contagious, right? I'm all good.
Why are you asking him? I'm the one who did the checking.
I'm asking you.
Well, I mean, Kevin, did you get any of that water on you?
I mean, he
when
was in it.
I just saw
In
you.
it. Look at him.
Yeah,
he
well,
was-
that's true. He is white-haired now.
Technically, I'm soaked in it.
So
right now.
you
Wait,
were in the
wait.
water.
Did you dry us off?
Yeah,
Doc?
you're all dry.
I dried everyone off. I said that. Oh, I said that in the chat, but I dried everyone off.
I think I asked you on the chat
Yeah.
to dry everyone.
Yeah, I did reply.
off.
Budge, Doc has just hung up on you. Mid
No,
conversation.
so instead of putting my hand in,
It was a
because I
natural-
felt like sling.
it was a
It
natural
I
end to the
progression.
conversation.
Okay.
the sling in.
Sorry, Kev's saying something as well.
So I didn't get any on my hands because the water skin has like a sling on it.
Yep.
I just
That's
hold
fine.
it by the sling and
Okay.
drop it in to fill it, and then put the cork in.
All right. Well, as far as I see it, you, Kevin, have been in the water, and your hair's white. How you touched the water, and now you're green. So maybe it's just water that gives you sort of different. Maybe it could give you different effects or something like that. I don't know. It does seem like. I don't know, Hito. Doesn't it seem like holy water to an extent? But like just mega holy water or something like that.
Chaotic holy, like
chaotic.
holy water.
Unholy
Yeah, like
water.
could it be maybe multiple gods that have something to do with this chalice, or?
I'm positive there is some gods that actually work in a form of chaos water. I would have to research to be more sure.
I follow. I know I follow a god of order, but would I have an idea of a god of chaos? I just rolled a 17 for religion, if that helps.
You did.
Unless I get advantage.
There is one church that is referred
Fuck,
to...
I could have guided myself too. Don't worry about that.
You know what? You can roll guidance if you want to make it even higher.
I need to, like, learn to use that, hey.
Yeah.
God. It's a D4.
So while
It's 18.
While Doc's, all deep in thought, am I putting this chalice back or not?
I think
We'll do that shortly.
gotta put it back.
We got to put that back, and
I say while you're doing that, we put it back.
and then I need Hudson.
Hudson, you're just watching them now crowd around a barrel.
I ain't going near that.
Well, I need you to drop Cal off, and then I need you to come back down with a big stick.
Okay. I grab a rope out of my backpack.
Hudson, I'm not contagious.
Hook your arms through the loops.
He just
Whatever you
crashes you
say,
into the
buddy.
side of the waterfall mountain and just drags you along.
I grab this fucking loop as he comes down. I look at Kevin. I'm like, what the fuck?
And I'll fly up once he's in.
Okay, you fly up.
I'm just like hanging on to it.
Okay, you look kind of cool. You managed to pull it off to look cool. Where
Green hair
exactly are you
flowing like
flying
Broly.
to?
What was that, sorry?
Where exactly are you flying him to?
Well, if it's dried up, I'm going to try and see if we can get underneath where the base of that...
Okay.
Yeah, so directly in, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you get him to the base of the waterfall. Meanwhile, Doc, with your religion. Incidentally, you do know that there is an antithesis religion to your god of order. However, to call them a religion is a very loose terminology. They're kind of in a world where polytheism and the gods actively work in the world. This particular church, the way they talk about chaos and the forms of chaos and the deities surrounding it, first of all, they don't really talk. They know they have a god, but no one ever talks about its name. They always use a code name from what your people have seen, to the point that they're almost considered like they're considered conspiracy theorists because they can't even talk about their religion or anything like this. Like they don't talk about their god or anything like this. To the point they're kind of considered almost like flat earthers in a polytheistic world kind of thing.
Awesome.
Because no one knows their god's name. Their god's name
Is it Steve?
Yes, it is the Church of Steve.
No,
Okay,
it's not.
why you got to align me with flat earthers?
I hate to say this.
Why you got
Steve.
to align me with
This
flat
is-
earthers?
thi-
Like,
no,
what the fuck?
The problem is, this is a well-established, pre-established law.
It was before you even turned up here,
Yep.
Steve. I established
Church
this
of
years
Steve.
ago.
Next time.
Scott has heard of this as well, so that's why I'm like, bro.
I just want it on record that I hate this.
Oh,
It
this
is-
isn't anything to do with Steve.
No, but it hits close to home, Scotty.
All right,
sorry,
so
I'm sorry. That's just the prescribed
change
name
your
that
name.
was given to the church.
Change your name.
No, we can't.
Can
As
because
an
it's
avid believer in Velociraptor,
No,
I am
change
offended.
Steve's name. Steve can change
No,
his
I
name.
think we do change the name. I think we officially change it, and we'll take a vote here to the Church of the Steve Man 777.
no.
Okay, no, I like the Church of Steve. The Church of Steve's fine.
Is that better for you, Chief?
They refer to it as the Church of Steve.
It's with lots of E's.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I have an inkling of what this could be, but I'm not sure. But it may have could be Holy water from the Church of Steve.
In the distance,
Potential.
you hear, "That's a dumb name."
Well, I have heard of it by other names, but I don't want to say that here.
You have heard of it by other names, but you can never recall. Like, you know.
Yeah.
You
It's something
can
to do
swear-
with
You can swear.
man. There's
can-
some.
yeah.
I'm feeling a number 7 in there,
No,
but
you
I
can
can't quite grasp
You
it.
can swear that
Bungie?
you've heard the name of the god before, but the name eludes you.
I can't recall the name of the god. Has anyone heard of the Church of Steve?
It's the Church of the Unnamed One.
Steve is his name.
No.
I mean, he's got you. It is.
Oh, you mean the god who we can't remember his name, so people call him Steve as a nickname?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
has a name, Steve.
No.
I mean, that's his nickname.
Yes.
And if I ever meet him, I'm calling him Steve.
No.
Is that disrespectful?
Yes.
Oh, so I shouldn't do that. Okay. I shouldn't do that, right, Hito?
No, you couldn't do that. If... No, I can't remember
Don't
why, for
disrespect
some
the
strange
god.
reason. There was a reason why. I remember a reason why, but now I've lost that memory for some strange reason. I can't remember. And that's the problem with the Church of the Unnamed One. Because you sort of know stuff about it, and then for whatever reason you can't...
I don't understand why people are scared to use a name. No, I'm just messing with you. I think there's some sort of curse on the name or something, because it's like water, sort of. You can't get a grip on it.
If that's the case, it's a super powerful curse. Because it affects, like, everybody.
Yeah, so I think we should probably get rid of that water. Maybe.
Well,
You definitely shouldn't be touching it.
well, there's something I would like to do first.
Are you gonna dip a stick in it?
No.
You can absorb it if you want. Probably a
Yes.
good way to get rid of it. Hagen's face.
But I need Hudson down here with the big stick, just in case it starts going wrong.
Is Hagen fidgeting with the dice?
Yes.
I don't like that.
What better?
But this is very meta that I'm not around here for a very long anyway, so...
What better day to break out? What better water to use
Duck
the rubber
dice.
duck dice?
Nice.
This scares Kevin to his core that he's going to absorb it, so I might go and join Budge at the bar and get that drink that I've so wanted. Feeling very accomplished with myself that we've I managed
Did you keep a bottle, a water skin of this?
Yes.
to...
And
Shut
yes,
your mouth.
the two quiet ones, yes.
Shut your mouth.
So-
How about that one?
Yeah,
Cal,
stay in your own fucking lane.
Cal, your feet find purchase at the top of the waterfall while this conversation is going on, as you are looking into an underground cavern that once was a river. It is muddy and sludgy, but you can see the rocks.
Where's this bitch that
Do you
killed
want me
Kevin?
to stay here?
I mean, you can walk with me to the. I imagine the door.
Do you want me to stay here?
I'm getting the slight idea, Hudson, that you don't want to come with me.
I'll stay here then.
Lovely, Hudson, as helpful as ever.
Before
Fucking love
you
Hudson.
traverse up this river back to the temple, pray tell, how are you planning to get in? Because
Well,
if you
you
remember,
see,
there was a
Tigman.
push of a button. to
Aha,
lower the
but you.
floor.
Let me run you through my my plan here, God. You see, I've been in that room. I know what's in that room. I've seen that room. I'm imagining the wall is not 30 feet thick.
Yeah, you know what's
So-
in that room.
I'm just gonna walk up to the edge of it.
Does he know what's in that room? Feels like he doesn't know.
I'm gonna walk up to the door, and to my knowledge, there's now no water in there because I've got the chalice in my hands. It's dripping everywhere. It's making a bit of a mess. I'm gonna walk up to the door. I'm going to knock knock, and then I'm just gonna poof to the other side of the door because I guarantee the rock's not 30 feet thick.
It's not.
And now that I'm on the other side, what What do I see now that I'm on the other side?
Well, as you teleport to the other side of the rock and your feet find purchase in what is no longer a water-filled room, in the darkness, moving shadow, you see a woman.
What?
Emaciated, thin, in a white dress, dark, lanky hair hanging down over her shoulders.
Is she a baddie?
Roger's gonna lose another friend tonight.
She's looking down, you can't see her face budge, Cal. As you can see her fingers just moving, clenching as you appear.
Budge killed the water guardian as well.
As you watch as her head comes up. And
Hello.
she screams at you.
Oh, I'd appreciate if you didn't
I
do
need
that.
you to make a con saving throw, please.
Oh, she's angry. Why did we let Cal go in on his own?
I wanted to say it so fucking badly, but I'm not there.
Is that what you're doing? You're speaking French, because who the fuck is we?
That was good.
You guys went off for a drink.
Yeah, I wanted to say so badly not to let Cal go there alone, but I couldn't. Because I'm not there.
And she turned to alcoholism instead.
Yeah, well,
Cal, you take 16 points of psychic damage as this terrifying scream ricochets through your ears. You can feel yourself being everything in you is screaming at you to run from her, as it is just this as you can feel your eardrums throbbing.
Okay, well, if we could fucking not do that again, that'd be wonderful. Do you want your chalice back or not? And I hold the chalice out in front of me. I've come to return this. If you...
She starts
I'm not the one
moving
stole
towards you, jerking steps as she is reaching for it, hands shaking, as every movement is difficult for her. As you can see that her skin is starting to dry and crack as she is reaching for you, that low, pitiful, mournful wail just continuing to trickle from a dried throat.
I tip the chalice out towards her. I'm gonna regret this, but I move towards her, tipping the chalice out as I walk towards her. I'm like chalice in front of me, like, so water's pouring out in front of me, and I'm like, as far.
Tegan, real quick, can we redeem end stream from Steven's channel just quickly?
I'm just, as soon as she's like within range, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm gone.
She goes to grab it from you. Do you just drop it and yeet?
As soon as she makes
Because you see she's gone to swipe at you. She's not reaching for the cup at this point. She's just
if she swipes at me, I just blink. I just literally let the chalice go and I reaction blink out of there.
Okay. Roll me a dex save.
We should have returned the chalice tomorrow. My hit list would have gone back to 0.
You feel the wisp of air pass as her nails rake at you as you turn ethereal and blink out, your feet skidding into the mud and the dirt. You're already having water drip on you that's starting to gush on you from above as you find yourself back in the tunnel.
I am running down the tunnel and I am screaming, "Son! Son! Hey, no! I'm someone!" And I'm gonna just jump straight out the end of the waterfall. I am hitting legs.
Am I able to hear this echo?
Oh yeah, it is
Yeah.
starting to echo. Just you can hear this coming.
Hito has
louder
no
and
spells
louder.
left.
Oh no, I have some spells left. Where is
This
it?
boy's got so many
Somebody-
spells left.
I'm like, somebody catch me! I'm coming! And I like jump. Yo.
Hudson
As soon
looks
as-
up from his stick expedition.
There is no Hudson. He
Oh.
is gone looking for a stick.
Yep.
He's found a log.
I look up going, I'm guessing the Water Guardian's feeling a little pissed off.
As you watch
And you-
as Cal just leaps as you vortex warp underneath him.
Yeah,
Cal,
so
make
I
me a
hit.
con saving throw, please.
It's he can choose to accept it,
Okay,
or he
so-
can.
Are you willing?
He's literally screaming for help.
Yeah, do
So
I
if you're willing, you don't need to roll.
Yeah.
are you I guess do I know
you
that you're trying to
consenting?
help? Yeah,
Well, you
I'm
watch-
consenting
you
if I
watch
believe
the
this is
black
help.
hole opens underneath you, Cal.
If it's a black hole, yeah, straight into it. I teleport.
It's a
Yeah.
black inky hole. My things are inky and
I
yuck.
dabble
Does
in
it-
teleportation.
Can I just clarify? Does it look like Cal's broken portals?
No.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it doesn't look like a broken portal.
No.
Okay, then yeah, I trust
Okay.
it.
No,
That's
it looks
just a
like it legitimately
black,
it looks
dark.
like a black inky dripping portal to
Okay.
death.
No, I've seen fucking Hito's magic. I've seen his lynch magic.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
you dive in, just swan dive in.
It feels awful, but then you
Oh, yeah.
appear
It's
next to me.
It's like swimming through syrup.
Yeah,
Mm.
but also it doesn't.
But you come
feel
out
as
clean.
awful- Yeah, it doesn't feel as awful as summoning the god of fucking destruction through my own veins. So this is a nice change. This isn't.
Oh my god.
So I'm assuming he appears next to you, Hito.
Yes, he appears next to me.
Ah.
I'm like, holy fuck! Did no one think to warn me about whatever the fuck that thing was?
I
No
did
one
say
did.
I did say Guardian. I did mention Guardian, the Water Guardian thing.
I
fucking
didn't
wonderful.
even know there was a guardian there, so
Well,
Doc,
sorry.
you should have fucking seen. It was like some fucking terrible witch thing, and she was just all screaming and being a fucking nuisance. And I tried to give her the fucking chalice back, and she tried to fucking attack me.
I point up at Hudson approaching. I think it's on him and Kevin and Budge. They didn't say nothing about
Hudson's
this.
actually flying back to the entrance of the waterfall.
What?
I'm taking responsibility.
He's in the
Cal.
distance. He's in the
I'm taking
distance.
full responsibility for this one because I think technically, like Budge and Doc didn't see her; they just knew that I got. They didn't.
We knew nothing about it.
Yeah, I don't know what she looks like.
because
I just knew there was a Guardian.
Incidentally, fun fact. When she's in the water, she's virtually invisible. If you
Invisible.
take
We
away
didn't see
her
her.
water, she turns into a banshee.
So
Oh.
just for clarity, if Hudson's like calling out for me, and I look up and see him, I'm like, get away from that fucking waterfall! Get away from the cave!
What?
Get away!
We're trying to wave it. We're trying to wave at Hudson in the distance. Can he
Wait.
see us?
God, it's
Wait
like,
for it.
It's like
Wait
Jaws.
for it.
You guys are all on the
It's like
shore
Jaws.
going, it's a shark! It's a shark!
They're doing this. I'm doing the wave to the people. I'm doing it to Cal and Doc next to me. Going, wait for it. The water's going to come back. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. He's going to cop it right in the face.
Hi guys.
I'm like,
Hudson,
get-
roll me a perception, man, because
We're
otherwise...
trying to like wave at this bugger.
Oh, dear God.
Gonna have a big shower in a
You're
second.
doing an interpretive dance like, Hudson! Hudson!
like
Hudson.
charades, mate.
Hudson, you're so focused on what... They're yelling, trying to get your attention, that you don't notice the
Oh my
rumble behind you.
Wait,
As-
how far away am I from Hudson?
So we were more of a distraction.
Right, you're over there having a beer with me.
As, like, the epic waterfall
Oh,
effect that they use in movies, it is just like a wall of water that hits you from behind, Hudson, just turning you end over end in the air. You can't catch a breath as you feel yourself tilt sideways. Roll me a con save because you can't see that Hito's trying to cast something. Let's see. One time you don't. Meter beats! As you tumble sideways with the water, as you slide into an inky well trying to fly/swim through syrup until eventually you crawl onto the dirt next to Hito.
So, does he carry momentum when he comes through?
No. The
Okay,
syrup,
'cause I was
the
gonna say-
syrup slows him down.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I was going
like
to say,
imagine you hit a wall of syrup and then you sort of.
yeah, I was gonna say, I'm getting ready to like catch him. Like I'm trying to anticipate where he's coming out. So if he carries momentum, I'm fucked.
I told you, totally worth it.
Hudson's wide eye. What happened?
You're welcome.
We were trying to call you, Hudson. God.
I thought you were just waving at me.
There's a fucking monster in there. It's a fucking banshee.
What?
Oh, is that what the Guardian is?
I don't know what the fuck she is. She's a woman and she screams.
Yeah, that sounds like a banshee.
I also know she's not very fucking nice. I tried to return the chalice and she's tried to attack me.
No, they're quite aggressive. I've had to hunt down a couple of them.
I've hunted banshees before.
I mean, I haven't had a problem with it.
We work for the Adventurers Guild. Don't you hunt things?
Oh yeah, but I've never hunted a banshee.
That's what I do every day. I'm saving people. I'm hunting things. You know.
So
That's
you're
our
more of a
job.
monster hunter than just a generic adventurer. You sort of dabble more in like this the subgenre of monster hunting, Doc.
And saving people.
I don't.
I
We all
question
save
that.
people, but monster hunting's what I do.
Yeah, I mean sometimes I just guard things as well. So.
Do you still need this stick?
Yeah. It's very important. That stick is
How
very important.
big is it?
It's a log.
Good. That's exactly what I need. All right.
You need help with what you're doing here, Hito.
Yes, and that's what Hudson's for. So, if the world starts to crumble and the sky changes color and all sorts of stuff like that, hit me with the stick.
Hit me with your best shot.
Okay. You sure?
Absolutely. What could go wrong?
Okay. How hard?
Knock his fucking head off his shoulders.
I mean, if he's evil, you gotta decapitate. Especially undead.
What?
Well, actually, 1 second. You stay here, Hudson. Stay here, Doc. Come over here with me for a second.
Yeah.
And we're going to walk away. And I'm going to
Absolutely trying to read their lips.
And I'm definitely walking away having my back. So the only lips you're going to see is Cal's unless you move.
No, I turn. Like, if Hito's shorter than me, I've like turned and I'm bent down. I'm like, yes.
Alright. I am not the best of character. You all know this. I don't hide this. I make no apologies for this. But there is one person in this group that you should fear more than me, is Doc.
Okay, well, it's nice that it's not me for once, but why?
You guys hear steps behind you.
Let's just say his power isn't right. Not to mention his moral choices are just as questionable as mine.
Okay, and why are you confiding in me?
Because if this goes funny, I'm not going to be around.
Okay, is there something I can do to help? Who's going to teach me how to control the arcana of others if you're not around?
That's if this goes wrong.
Okay, well, let's hope this doesn't go wrong then.
Well, that's why we've got Hudson with a big stick.
Do you want me to back Hudson up with the big stick if things seem to go south?
It's literally to pry me from the jar.
Okay, so the goal is to get you away from the jar.
Yes.
Okay, I can do that. If knocking you out doesn't work, I will get you away from the jar.
Because this is more power than I've ever tried to absorb in one go.
I'm so ready for this. I hope you don't explode.
So do I. It'd be a waste of all my training.
Can I have nibbles if you die?
Sure.
Oh, you're too good. Is there any last wishes? Do you want me to, I don't know, feed the giant thing to nibbles if you blow up?
No.
Okay.
No,
I
just
thought
look
that-
after Nibbles. Nibbles just needs some food every now and then, and some attention.
Behind you, you hear a chink, chink, chink as Doc is starting to try and creep up on you. I'm assuming that's what the stealth was for.
You realise this? We can hear him, right?
Well,
We take one little step.
He's-
Every step he takes,
You look at him and he's just looking at the birds. He's really interested in the trees. I don't know, like he's just trying to be deceptive, obviously. With it.
right, let's give this a shot. And I'll turn around and start walking to the jar as I go past Doc and just go,
Oh,
I see.
Hito, I didn't see that.
I'm on to you, and head to the jar.
Before Hito touches it, I want to rest a hand on his shoulder. I'm like, look, we may not see eye to eye, but I know you've got this.
Why, thank you.
I rest a hand on his other shoulder and cast guidance.
Hmm.
I don't know what you're exactly up to, but I don't want you to also die today.
Could you maybe call Budge and Kevin and get him back here? This could be sort of...
Budge is like sitting there all depressed, and he ain't come back. You talk to him.
I
Give him
mean,
the stone.
just tell him that I could explode in a puddle of goo everywhere, and it's worth the watch.
I hold the stone
I'm
out
not
to
telling
Cal.
him that.
You're on. I'm pressing the stone button. You can talk.
Hey, Budgery, what you doing?
I gotta rescue a kid's doll or something.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Would you like to come and Hito's needs some moral support, and I couldn't really think of anyone who's more morally supportive than you right now.
Yeah, hold the talkie-walkie up for Budge, please.
I hold it up. Oh, yeah, I think I'm still holding it. I hold it up. Well, I'm holding up to Cal, but then I move over to Hito.
Hito, Budge believes at you.
Oh, okay. Well, what are you doing?
Rescuing some kid's doll.
Oh, okay. I'll have fun with the cursed doll of death.
Oh, cool. More death around Budge.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could always leave the doll, because I've just found always little children, dolls, creepy, tons of death. All your friends die horrible, slow, painful death, blood coming out of their eyes and ears and stuff.
Hito, that's enough!
Okay.
Budge, I'm gonna need some help with looking after Nibbles if Hito falls ill for any reason. Would you be interested in helping me look after Nibbles?
I don't know. It's probably safer if I don't.
Can you bring Kevin back here as well?
I gotta rescue the doll.
Look
Okay.
after Kevin.
I'm with-
He just
I'm
died
with Bud.
twice. Oh,
Yeah, you're with
I don't
me.
know where you are.
So we're together, like
So-
looking
Yeah.
at this doll.
As this is happening, Kevin, you come up, and Myri's sitting there to Budge going, and I got this pretty rock, and this one's a pretty pink one, but
Oh, that is pretty.
I think you should try eating this one.
Are you holding the button down still, Budge? Like, is this transmitting through?
And
I think this was happening while you guys were doing things prior to our phone call.
Okay, so this I can't hear.
No.
We've rewound time just to.
We've
just a couple
rewound
minutes.
time just a little bit. She's like, yeah. And there's this shiny one.
Flashback.
It's got yellow bits in it. And then I got this one. This is a pretty red one. See? Pretty
You know,
rocks.
if Budge eats your rocks, that you'll be out of rocks, right?
I can collect more rocks. And they might
That's
give you
fair.
special powers.
I love this kid.
I mean, if you want Budge to eat your rocks, Budge will eat your rocks.
I think Blood should have this one. This one kind of looks like your pretty armor.
Oh, thank you. And Budge will pick it up and just turn on the vacuum cleaner noise that is his mouth and just inhale the rock.
Yeah, you consume a rock. As Kevin comes up,
Hudson.
and the kid is just sitting there, swinging their legs.
Oh, hey, Kevin.
Hey,
You-
Budge, how are you feeling?
Oh, glad to hear you're still alive. This is Kai. She's feeding Budge rocks, and she's also got a doll that needs to be saved.
Mm-hmm.
Just quickly out of character, can I get her name again?
Myri.
Myra.
Myri.
Okay. Oh, you said Kyrie. I was like,
I think I did,
okay, Myri. Gotcha.
but I wrote
Hi,
Myri.
Hi, Myri. Budge, why would I be dead? We're in the village.
Oh, Budge doesn't know.
I'm feeling great, Budge. I don't even feel close to death, and I would know.
I mean, your friend looks
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah, should have seen him an hour ago.
Sometimes
Oh.
I pretend to be dead too.
As Budge says that, I'll put my hand on Budge's shoulder, and I'll be like, Budge, it wasn't your fault what happened, right?
Budge should have been able to protect you. Budge couldn't.
Budge, I want you to know I'm kind of the authority on if it was your fault or not, because it happened to me, and I'm telling you, it wasn't you.
Still, Budge needs to be stronger, so that he isn't the reason anyone dies.
Get stronger, Budge. We're only just starting our adventures together, and we'll be doing it for a long while.
Thanks, Kevin.
Kevin forever.
I believe in you, Budge. You're a good person.
I'm a good fish.
And a good fish. Person there is a generalization of anyone.
Budge doesn't even know the meaning of the word.
I'll give him a little bump on the shoulder. I'll be like, one day, Budge. One day.
One of these days.
One of these days.
As you guys are talking about this, Budge, you notice that something seems to be following Kevin. It's small, about the size of a tennis ball or so. A glowing ball of light that seems to be hovering behind Kevin, darting back and forth.
Hey, Kev, what's that thing?
I don't know if the mic.
No, didn't.
Let me bring it a little closer so you can actually hear me. What's what, Budge? And I'll like look at myself, being like, because I assume.
My Discord froze. I didn't hear a word of that.
I look at myself, assuming you're talking about something I'm wearing, or like something. What?
And I just point behind him like this little fella.
As you say that, this light comes over your head, dangling upside down, as you see this little guy looking at you.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't get an image, by the way. I got a.
Oh, you would have got. You would have got the whole sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a character answer.
Yeah. Oh, fun. You should have a whole sheet. But if you go to the actual picture.
Alright, I got the image. Oh, it's a little. He's got a little face.
Yes.
Fella.
The little guy.
Just a little fella.
He's dangling over your face, upside down, looking at you. Just. Looking at you with interest.
What are you? And then I'll like try and put my hand out to like.
What did dog do?
I'm me.
Was that I'm me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weirdly.
Hi, me. How you doing?
Weirdly, this is a language you recognize. You speak it with other Selkies.
Okay. So Budge doesn't hear that.
Budge can hear it, but I don't know if Budge speaks the language of the Selkies.
Budge doesn't understand it, rather.
What's the language called? Is it just something?
Around the world, don't
Essentially,
speak
it's
the
called
language.
Selkie. Yeah, it's
Okay, yeah,
called
no. I got a few languages, that ain't one of them.
I'll say, like, you know, he says, I'm me, and I'll be like, hi, me, how you doing?
I'm good.
What are you doing here?
What are you?
I'm Kevin.
I thought you were going to say, I'm me.
I'm me. No, that's its name, not me.
You're a Kevin?
I am a Kevin.
Is Kevin's Tasties?
I don't think so.
He's kind of like starts patting all over you to find the source of the Tasties.
So like it looks like he's looking for food.
Yeah, he's like trying to look under your cloak. He's like lifting up pieces and hiding. Kind of gets swamped in the hood a little bit. It's like.
Give me 2 seconds to look at my inventory, see if I have anything that's actually appropriate. Wouldn't you know it? I don't. What do you eat?
He just gives you a big, toothy grin.
Oh, that's a sad grin. Okay. Sorry, give me a second. Trying to figure out how to naturally fit this in.
If you don't know how to yet, that's fine.
I don't think I know how to yet.
Yeah.
I'll ask. Like, I'll point at there's a boar on a spit, isn't there?
There is.
In this area?
It's not a festival day because you had a long rest, so.
Okay.
But there's like a bakery stall and things like that still.
And I assume there's food on other tables.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like other people will be eating. So I'm like, do you eat that? And then I'll point at like.
He just
the
looks
food.
at it. And goes and sniffs. Goes and takes a little nibble of a piece of dried fruit and goes. Bleh. Floats around Budge. Hovers a little bit.
What do you normally eat, me?
He quirks his head. He's tasty.
A budge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
No,
sounds
we
like
don't.
it's a question though.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, we don't eat budge.
Hmm. He tries to nibble on Budge's armor a little bit.
Too.
No.
I assume it doesn't go well.
No, it doesn't go well. He's just like.
It's all right. Okay, so what do you normally eat, me? Smile again. Just keep smiling at me. Okay. So, can I try and identify what this thing is? What would I roll if I were to attempt?
Sure. It would probably be to identify an animal. Would probably be a history thing, wouldn't it? Most likely history.
Absolutely.
Identify an animal, isn't that survival?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, actually, yeah, good point. Survival, please.
Oh, you can get away with nature, maybe?
Or nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. It probably
Actually, yeah.
depends on where
Actually,
you
nature makes
learnt it
perfect
from.
sense for what it is.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go nature because I get a +2 in it.
I suppose it depends where you learn it, because history could also be books and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
To be fair, I was thinking animal handling.
I mean, you're from around watery areas and things like this, and you have heard stories of, like little lantern keepers and things. You know, wayfarers who guide lost souls to their doom. Fairy lights is another name for them, or, as most people would commonly call them, will o' the wisps.
Sick.
Okay. And do I know anything about what they eat? On a 15.
Most often, I mean, a lot of people don't. There isn't a lot reported on them because obviously, most people that encounter them aren't usually seen again. However, it is speculated that they feed on life energy.
Okay.
You should introduce him to your friend Cal.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, so
Add
knowing this
another
thing
curse.
eats life energy, I'm going to attempt something stupid,
Okay.
but I'm going to try and I'm gonna try and pull some life energy into my hand and like try and feed it that.
Okay, roll me an
I'll
Arcana.
I'll hold out my hand. And I'll try and focus my life energy into it to give him a little bit of a.
Sure. Budge, I'm
Arcana.
assuming you're just watching this happen.
Yeah.
As
I'm just
in-
eating more
5.
rocks that Mari's given me.
Myri's watching like wide-eyed, like excitedly. You try to draw your life energy, Kevin, into a ball in your hand, like you've seen Cal do, but you don't quite have it. There's a little bit of a flicker, but it kind of dies.
Did it seem interested
Yes.
when I was trying?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. I don't have anything else I can feed it, unfortunately.
I will feed it my life.
It's
What's
at,
the word?
it's at this minute you and Budge are aware that you have a rumbling noise in the background and then just in the distance. And you watch as this little creature tilts his head and he kind of darts away a little bit. And he stops, comes back to you, circles. But you can see that he wants to go down to where your friends are.
Yeah. I'll go down. And I'll be like, Budge, you want to come see what that was?
This is the point that you get the phone
Ah,
call
this
from
is the
Doc.
call?
Yeah.
Okay. So feeding back into the call then, between Doc and Budge.
Yep. Yep. Myri's just giving you handfuls of rocks now, Budge. They're not even like pretty rocks or special rocks. She's just giving you handfuls of rocks that she's picking up out of
gravel
the dirt.
outside and
she's
just
picking
handing
up
it to you.
handfuls of gravel and just putting it in your hand.
Eat this, robot man.
Please, I'm so full.
She looks up at you. So you'll stay now because we're married.
Wait, what?
I gave you the pretty shiny rocks, so now we're married.
Am I hearing this through the? Because remember before Cal asked, "Are we hearing this part?"
Yeah.
Is this the part we're hearing?
Yeah.
Budge thinks he just got a wife and signed his life away.
Oh, did you perform the ceremony spell? Because I can help you with that.
Is that eating rocks? Because if so, I did that like 64 times.
You did. Why are you eating rocks, Budgery?
Budge
No,
always
it's-
eats rocks.
I know, but you don't need to.
In,
The nice
wants
girl
the
kept
texture.
offering Budge rocks.
in certain cultures, that is considered a wedding.
Oh,
Hito,
dear.
you need to be
Rock
focusing
gnomes do
getting
that, yeah.
in your. You need to be getting in the zone. Budgery,
Right,
can
in the
you
zone.
cancel-
Woohoo!
Can you cancel your wedding and come and help us down here, please?
I think it's too late. I think Budge has a wife now.
Well, you have to make sure that she's protected. So we're disposing
Right.
of
Budge has a bad track record of that lately.
we're disposing of this toxic water.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
water's toxic that you were carrying around, Budgery.
Oh, fantastic. Another
It's-
thing Budge did wrong.
Well,
No, that
it's-
was Kevin's fault. That's not your fault.
Yeah, it's like a mismatch of holy water.
Do I hit him now?
Budge likes
No,
God.
yeah, Hudson, settle down.
Hudson, you are way too eager to hit him.
Okay.
He's been lining it up for a solid few minutes.
God, it's like
Okay.
watching Hito be aggressively attacked by a magpie.
love that this
Budge,
is like a
Kevin, and
typical
Budge's
phone call.
wife will now come down and see what the hubbub is about.
Is Budge coming down with his wife?
Well, I mean, we're just married. I can't just ditch her.
Well,
That would be rude.
when we see his wife, Doc raises an eyebrow at that.
Oh, I
It
do
is a
more than
young-
raise
It
an
is a young
eyebrow.
girl, roughly about 5 years old.
Budgery.
She's not one of the kids we saw in the village earlier, is
No.
she?
I take Budgery. You can't marry a child.
I think Budge already did.
Budgery, you cannot marry a child.
I'm just gonna say the
You
age
watch-
gap is
you watch-
ridiculous,
you
Budge. You're
watch
like
this-
1,000 years old.
You watch as this little girl comes and stands between you and Budge, her hands on her hips. You can't talk to my Budge that way.
I like lean down. I'm like, darling, Budge can't marry you right now. He's in the middle of a very important adventure, and at the current point in time, he's trying to save the world.
And also I'll get down, to her level. Also, you kind of need to make it official. You need a cleric like myself to perform the ceremony. So,
Bombastic side eye. I'm like, oh,
if he was to marry you now, it would actually be irresponsible of him because he has to go off and do all his jobs and stuff.
Yeah,
But
like
maybe
a good
in-
husband. He'll bring home money, and then I'll make him dinner, and then he will turn our cat into a pig.
Unfortunately, the nature of his job for the next 18 to 20 years will not allow him to come back home.
Good, he'll make me a rich dwarf.
Well, what if you wait until he comes back and then you can have a proper ceremony? I'll perform it myself.
dog.
Why does he need to stay here to be married to me?
Wait, are you saying that we can get married now, but Budge can still leave?
Well, no, because you would be a very poor husband if you didn't stick around.
Just a quick
That's up to
mind
Budge's
question.
wife to decide.
Also, Budge is like over 1,000 years old.
Yes,
Are
Kevin.
dwarf children smaller than regular children?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I just
Is she
trying
really little?
Yeah,
trying to
she's
visualize
really
like how little.
She barely
Budge.
she barely makes it to Budge's kneecap.
My goodness.
And she's
I was
like,
here. I
she's
was
like
picturing like a
standing-
regular.
No, she's
human
like
kid.
standing between you, standing her ground, because she's stockier than a
So
normal kid too.
when Scott said I get down to her level, what he meant was I lay prone.
I'm
on
like
the
I
lying
crouch.
prone.
Yeah, you crouch. God forbid she
My
kicks
knees
either.
crack.
God forbid she kicks either of you in the shins.
I am not. I'm like squatting. I'm like, you know, that weird little where you're like butts on the ground, but your knees are in front
a
of
proper
you.
full
Yeah.
squat. Yeah, ass to the grass.
Yeah. I'm like, look, I understand that you want to be Budge's wife, but unfortunately at the moment, his duty is elsewhere. He can't give you what you need right now, and I'm sorry, but I need Budge more than you do at this current point in time.
I know what you are.
I'm not
You're a
quite sure you
home
do.
wrecker.
Well, yes, but
She
also
kicks you in the shins, Cal.
roll for damage.
Mm-mm.
Takes away Cal's last 1 HP.
What was the wisdom save?
I do want to warn you. She does kick you. She's got heavy boots. You do take 1 point of bludgeoning damage to the kneecap.
It's all right. It wasn't a crit fail. I'm not about to yeet a child.
You're a
My-
home wrecker. My sister warned me about them.
You see like a flash of heat throws through Cat, and he's like,
You
At this
watch.
point,
You watch.
Budge gets in between. He's like, Ow.
As you flash heat, Cow, you watch as this little girl's eyes flare and her hair also kind of takes on this slightly molten shimmer.
I'd really appreciate it if you didn't kick me in the shins again.
You stay
Now?
away from my husband.
Hudson,
You
no.
hussy!
He's been waiting so
Hussy.
patiently.
He's a hussy now.
Look, you can have Budgery back after this whole adventure. For now, I need Budge, and he's sort of already committed to being with us
You're
right
using
now.
a lot of big words for a 5-year-old dude.
Yeah, what does she know what commitment
All
means?
she's hearing is you're telling her no.
All right, that's it. He can't marry you because
Hey! Hush your evil mouth in front of this young lady.
couldn't Budge get a
All
say in
right.
this whole matter?
I turn
Well, Budgery, you
Hito
can have a say,
around and
but-
push him away.
Everyone telling Budge, Budge is getting married, Budge isn't getting married. But shouldn't Budge say whether or not he's
Budge-
getting married?
Budge,
Yeah.
you get a say in 18 to 20 years.
18 to 20 years, Budge, you get married to this young lady if you feel like it. That's good.
Okay, you guys
Young
get
lady.
along with Budge, that's fine.
Young lady, for now, you might want to return home because this
Look,
man
I'll
over
give you
here
$5
is gonna
if
be-
I can have Budge.
he's going to be opening this poo-poo barrel, and it stinks really bad, all right? It smells like poo-poo. And
I
if
will-
he opens it around us, we'll all smell like poo-poo as well.
Good, then maybe you'll go away.
I will give you 5 gold if you let Budge continue his adventure with us.
I can't be bought, you hussy.
What if I teach you a magic trick? I press to digitize some sparkles in front of her face.
It's no eating rocks.
Is that why you like Budge? Because he gets rocks.
I will turn around and go to Budge and not the little girl. Budge, you want to know why you can't marry her?
She's a
He
child.
can't marry her. He just can't get a word in because these two keep speaking.
I was going to say you can't marry her because she's got bugs.
Budge doesn't care about bugs.
She's got what?
Budge eats bugs. Or he makes friends with them.
Does she eat fish?
Very good question. Do you like fish, little girl?
Dude, he's gonna traumatize Budge.
You watch.
I could
You watch as this little girl starts to freak out as centipedes start crawling out
Oh,
of her
fucking
dress.
hate her.
You can see them falling from her dress, spiders and fleas and centipedes, and just all these kind of flying gnats are just flooding out from her dress, tangling in her hair as she starts screaming and trying to brush all these off. She's crying hysterical as she's trying to...
No, well, honestly, now kind of. Can I grab her and face step and leave all the bugs and shit behind, or do they come with her?
They come with her.
All right.
I cast sleep on her. All right.
She falls
put her to
asleep
sleep.
in your arms, Cal.
And Budge,
There are bugs
do you
still
want
crawling over her, as you
We'll
can see.
cancel the bugs.
You can see that she's covered in these large welts all over her body as she's breathing shallowly.
Fuck, bro, you poisoned her.
I'm gonna take her to a doctor.
She's
Hudson.
a child. She has 6 hit points.
Budge,
Yeah.
can you healing lay on hands?
She's dead.
She's just taken 5 points of poison damage.
It's 6 points, isn't it? Am I reading that number wrong?
It's 1d6 poison damage.
Yeah, but he's rolled 6.
But he rolled
Oh,
a
Yeah,
six.
he rolled a 6.
Okay, yeah, she's...
Killed
They-
the child.
Yep. You're now holding a dead child. Well done.
it's a good
Budge
thing
failed
Budge
again.
Couldn't finish the conversation.
And I can't cast Spare the Dying on her or anything, can I?
No, she's a child, as she's an NPC.
Because it's a living creature that has 0 hit points.
Well, she is a living creature with 0 hit points.
It depends on how quickly I can do it, though.
I mean,
that's
literally, it's in his arms as it
You're
happens.
holding it, yeah.
Got that you're
But
like you're next to him
NPC
holding this child.
I know that NPCs don't... Does it work on NPCs?
She's
It
a living
would.
creature.
Except Kevin's little glowing friend is hovering around.
Oh no!
Okay.
Can I see
I'm
this
gonna try
hovering
and,
will
I'm trying to talk him out of it. I'm like, no, don't do that, don't do that.
Oh my
Can I
god.
see
try
the
and-
will wisp?
I'll try and distract it with
Okay,
another, like,
so
I'm gonna do it
you've
again and
lifted your hand up,
focus.
Kevin, too, and you watch as he's gone, looking between you and... Or the little girl at least comes to stable as she's breathing
Kevin, I'm
shallowly.
gonna
I'm still trying to cast the. I'm trying to distract it enough to get it away.
Okay,
with
roll
the-
me another Arcana then.
God damn! I hope I roll well. Come on.
What are you doing,
Can
Kevin?
we take the second one?
As,
Can I get advantage?
What are you
no,
doing?
that's okay, because Cal, as you ask that, you watch as a small, tiny bead of black energy, swirling mass of black energy appears in Kevin's hand, and this little glowing creature descends on it and just...
Are you playing with life force, Kevin?
Well, you mind your own damn business.
What? Where?
Hito, focus on what you're about to do.
As
Budgery, can you
as
heal the
the
child?
will-o'-the-wisp burps in your hand, as Budge,
Is he sitting on like my hand now?
Yeah.
That's like that.
as Budge, you manage to heal the little girl.
Yep. Thank you.
I am going to take this child and I am going
No,
to
no,
leave
you can fuck off. You can let me finish my conversation.
Look,
with the unconscious child.
No, she's blinky. She's like, she's in Doc's arms. As she's
I
looking,
can't. I'm so
gazing,
happy we saved
as
this
she's
child. I was
gazing,
so
She's in Doc's
scared.
arms, not mine.
as she's in Doc's arms because Doc was holding her. He grabbed her.
I was holding
You went to
her.
face
No. No. So I cast sleep, but I think she was closer to Cal. I think. Is what
I
actually
caught her
happened.
when she fell asleep.
So
Yeah.
Budge has come over.
I'm happy for her to be in Doc's
No,
arms. I'm
that's
just trying to
fine.
make sense.
Budge
Sorry.
has come over, rested his hands on her, cast his lay on hands, as she's opened up her eyes and looked up at him adoringly.
Are you okay?
That was a lot of bugs.
Oh, that was just a dream.
Roll deception.
Can I like pick her up out of Cal's arms and like just walk
13.
closer to the steps away from everyone who's trying to fuck this up?
As Budge collects her into his
Fuck
arms,
this up,
she
Budge says while trying
turns
to
and
seduce a
nuzzles
child.
into him, very much trying to lean away from you because she knew that you weren't telling the truth. She's like hiding her face into Budge's chest plates.
No, it wasn't a dream. You're just filthy.
Hito.
As
Hato, as you feel bonk on the top of your head.
Oh.
as we walk away, I'm gonna be like, before everyone interrupted, Budge just was gonna say that it's not safe for you to be Budge's wife at the moment. But if you
Really?
can be patient and wait, one day Budge will come back. And he promises you that. And I would like to try roll persuasion, please, to
Okay.
Which I'm sure she understands. I think he should have advantage because she knows how dangerous it is now with what we've done. Especially
She
Hito.
looks up at you.
I was gonna
Budge.
try convince anyway before everyone else jumped in.
She,
We just helped. We just helped you.
she looks at you, Budge, and she's like, promise
Oh
you
my
won't get
God.
turned into a pig by an
I
evil
promise.
witch.
Budge can't get turned into a pig. It is physically impossible, I think.
Are you saying that I'm not allowed to cast polymorph on you?
Yeah, it's just,
Damn.
Okay.
Who the fuck is pouring a drink?
Okay.
okay. Now you stay safe and Budge will be back one day.
I'll remember you promised.
So will I.
She goes over.
Don't eat fish.
She collects her doll. She kind of walks off to join round a corner to go into a tent that you would assume is her home.
Thank fuck.
Can I call clarity on what you just said, Hito?
Nice. Where did you get the soul eater? Is what he's asked.
Oh, it said soul eater. I thought it was a typo of should, and I'm like, a should eater?
No.
So, Budge, you watch as she walks away. She kind of stops and looks back at you.
Just give her a little wave.
As you walk away, you realise you've got a little heart-shaped rock in your hand.
I'm not about
A
to
slight crack in it.
Rude. So, meanwhile, Kevin's like, I have a friend.
I'm showing off my new Will of the Wisp. Is it sleeping in my hands now? Because it's just
Yeah,
eaten.
he's
Oh, I
curled
assume
up.
it's
His
just
little belly's distended.
hanging out.
He's curled up and having a bit of a nap now.
Okay, so from Aren't They Attracted to Death?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know much about them, Cal. I don't know if they're attracted to
It's the iCarly meme. What you got there? A milkshake?
milkshake.
Smoothie?
It just turned up and is following you.
Yes. It tried to run away when the waterfall came, but then it came right back. It didn't want to
Oh, the waterfall. Hey, Kevin. What the fuck was in the waterfall? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, you left before I could say anything, but there's a fucking banshee in there, dude.
Oh, yeah, real angry lady. Not real fond of anyone who had the chalice.
No, well, I don't know about that part because I didn't have the chalice, but I'll let you know she couldn't drown me.
I have heard a rumor amongst the campfire that Kevin could not be drowned.
But
Other
she
methods.
She could not drown me, but it does turn out she can do other things.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
a big old screen that fucks you up big time, and then she's got those big fucking claws.
Well, when I met her, she was underwater, so she didn't scream.
Yeah, you can't usually scream underwater. I'll have you
Personally,
know.
I've never met her, but did you expect Kevin to have killed himself? Like, come on.
I'll have you know, boys, that there is a situation going on over here, and you
Okay.
all look at Hudson lining up his log, and Hito like prepping
I'm
his shit.
Cal, Budge. Budge Cal has bright green hair.
Yeah, that too. That's probably the most normal thing.
Like I'm really torn between what I want to do and the soul-sucking little
No,
ball
we
of
can deal-
light.
We can deal with the soul-sucking little ball of light once you dispose.
You can maybe do an autopsy on it.
I'll say,
Does that work?
No, not for them.
It's
Oh.
not dead. It's asleep in my hands. For one, I'll be like, no, look, he's
It's
asleep.
asleep.
It's asleep. Like, it's not gonna.
What
it's
did you
not doing
do?
anything. We can deal with this later.
Actually, let me try something just quick. See if this wakes it up. I'm not going to do anything to you or it. I want to summon my power with the dark energy growing around me and do like I did before. The whole area around me goes dark and cold.
It burns.
No, Hudson, you
Farts
can't hit him in
and
the
rolls
head.
over.
Did I just get hit?
Yes, you did get. Oh no, you get ready to swing. The little will o' the wisp, me, burps, farts, gives a little stretch, rolls over.
Interesting.
I think it's satiated.
Well, that's not a good thing. How did it get satiated?
Well, it was gonna eat the little girl, so I gave it some of my life energy instead.
I do
When did
respect
you-
that you're playing with life energy.
When did you do that? When did you learn to do that? I didn't know you could do that.
I needed to do something, so I tried.
I feel like that sort of comes with when you've experienced the other side so strongly.
Not really. I've experienced the other side so strongly, like I've lost count, and I can't do that.
You'll experience it again if you try throwing sex on my wife.
If he tries what on your wife?
Throwing insects on his wife.
Yeah. No, the other part that you think you heard, that's what Pudge is going to do, which is completely illegal.
Moving right along from that conversation in order to not get banned.
Yep.
No, I just tried to focus my life energy into my palm, and it worked. And then he ate it.
I mean, it's not really rocket science.
Quick out of character to God. Do I lose hit points for doing that?
God.
No. Okay. No.
Hey
like,
God,
no,
help
You
me.
don't-
It didn't even hurt to do. Like, it's fine. It's just something I can do apparently.
Hudson starts to look at his hand and
Hudson,
concentrates.
Hudson, focus on the stick.
Okay.
Eileen and the Will-O-Wisp is going to have a lot to eat if Hito blows the fuck up.
I'll appraise the Will-O-Wisp, and I'm like, I don't think he wants to eat.
I'm gonna recast guidance on Hito.
I'm gonna give him a
at
little
this
scratch
point.
under the chin.
He's just like,
Well,
Does it purr? Does
Yeah.
it tell me it purrs?
one for the money, two for the show. Let's get this fucking thing going, boys.
All right, let's dispose of this water and let's get out of here. 'Cause
Alright, well, we do this first, okay. Alright.
You're just disposing of it, right?
Sure! It's
He's
exactly
gonna-
what I'm doing.
He's
He's
going to
gonna
absorb it.
absorb it, and we've seen that it has various effects.
I just have to ask Hito a question.
I
Please
would
tell me the question is, are you sure about this?
Yeah, it's probably what it is.
I would like to get my rapier out and draw it ready for if this goes astray. I'm gonna.
Wait, what are you doing, Cal? If it's this level of threat, why are you even letting him do it?
Oh no, this is just something I like to do.
Hey, Hito, before you start, can't we take this into the city and get it disposed of good and proper?
Well, if what I want to do works, A, I get a benefit, and B, it becomes inert again.
But you could turn into green hair Cal.
Well,
Not the
that's
weirdest thing to happen to me this week, is it?
I'm gonna tuffle Cal's green hair and I'll be like, man, it's really in there, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
As Cal holds out his rapier, Doc holds out his dagger to Cal. Are we doing this?
yes, we're doing it.
Are we
gonna
doing what?
tuck
Why are you
the-
pointing your dagger at me?
I'm gonna.
You're
tuck the,
cursed by the water too.
I'm gonna pull up my cloak and tuck the will-o'-the-wisp just like on my shoulder there.
Oh, Budgery, if Hito starts to go Willy Wonks and,
Check something.
Hudson hits him with this stick and it doesn't knock him over and away from this barrel, do you mind?
I'll yank the barrel away. Can we all just put our weapons down? But she's had enough killing for one day.
I'm not going to fucking kill anyone.
Then put the weapons down.
I've already
Besides the
spoken to
stick.
Hito. We're fine.
It's fine, Budge. It's to get me away. Like the lid's staying on the barrel, so no one will be exposed to what's in there. I'm literally taking it through the barrel. So if this works, everything in the barrel will be safe. It's not going to affect anybody. If something starts to go wrong, Hudson's supposed to hit me with a really big stick to knock me away from the barrel.
And you
That's
can
fine. I'm just asking for the sharp weapons to be put away.
and you can mash him with your shield. I'm gonna poke him in the hands and get him to fucking move his hands away from the barrel. I'm not aiming for the head or the throat or the jugular or.
So I've got to knock him away, not. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
wait,
yes.
not into the barrel. That would be counterproductive.
Yeah, I feel like we really
Have you
should have
ever played
explained that.
golf, Hudson?
Sorry.
Have you ever played golf?
No.
All right. Well, you're using a driver and you're trying
We're
to.
about to.
You're getting down. You're getting down into the green.
Is this
Remember, I am a
D&D
no.
game?
This is Tiger Woods golf.
Is this game only for nobles?
You played Whack-A Rock.
Whack-A-Rock. Yeah, I heard of that one. I don't know what golf is.
Can you move the dagger away from me?
Oh, I already put it down as soon as Budge requested that.
Thank
So you're all
you.
good.
Oh. Golf is when you whack a ball into a gopher hole.
Make sure you don't touch the barrel, Budge. Don't get too close just yet.
Is that all good?
Okay.
Whack a
Well,
ball.
this was a long
Go
time
home
for the
kill
DM to be
gopher?
working something out. That's
Oh yes. Well, I got my answer. Sorry.
I had to consult a book. That's why. For what he wants to do.
All right. Well, if Craig's okay, I'm done protesting. I just want to get past this.
Okay.
All right.
Hito
Hito
can get caught in this absolute shit show.
is going to go up, put his hands on either side of the barrel,
Who thought that was a
and
good
and
idea?
he'll start his chanting, and everything around, like his usual, everything will go dark and cold, and it's just like, I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine.
Are you a bard?
Yeah, the most emo kind out there, let's be honest.
Absolutely.
Visiting me.
As I will begin absorbing this power.
Not yet, Hudson. Not yet. I saw Hudson. I thought he was teeing up.
As Hito is doing this, you watch as all of the magic in this barrel starts to coalesce above the water. You watch as it starts to swirl. You start to notice that it starts spiking into crystalline forms, jutting out as Hito is staring at it, the force of his will shaping it into this perverse, twisted shape as it starts to crystallize. What
Sorry.
color is it, Hito?
Is that above? Sorry, because you've got
above
the
the
lid
water,
on,
it's
don't you?
floating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
the
above
lid's
the
on.
barrel.
the lid's on, but a crystal is forming above
Oh,
it.
so like
You
above.
are-
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
this is
kind
the
of-
structure you're
it's-
forming above
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
it's almost like a
Okay.
double helix kind of shape to it.
Okay.
And it is like my magic. It is all black with a white outline. And
My soul looks like.
as I seem to be struggling and get towards the end, I just scream out, "This is my last resort!"
As you do so, there is a burst of necrotic energy that seems to wash over you. You all smell the smell of rotted flesh as there is a gentle ting-ting as this crystal, slightly pulsing, is lying on top of the barrel. It's probably only, maybe 5 centimeters in length. Kind of like the size and shape of a toilet roll.
Feed it to the will-o-wisp. Feed it to the will-o-wisp.
And I'll pick up my crystal and I'll stick it in my jacket. And I'm just going to do a little flick. And as I do, you'll see the black lightning just run all over my body. Oh, that's good. Water safe.
So we're all good.
As you, Hito, take a clock to the back of your head. As you take five bludgeoning damage as you go arse over tit over the barrel. Just.
But Tegan, does a 25 hit? You didn't ask him.
I don't need to ask. He's a wizard. He's a wizard. He's lucky he's not dead.
Bro, that'll hit me.
I
that'll hit like mad bosses in the game too, so.
Pick myself up from the riverbed and I'm spitting out sand and rock.
He was doing weird stuff. He said hit him when weird stuff happened. You heard him.
Yeah, I mean you're right. Weird stuff was happening.
Here you go, little fella.
Oh, thank you.
I'll heal him for 5.
All right. Well, what is safe? Another disaster averted.
Let's get out of here then, gang.
I'll put the water tank back on my back.
Yep.
Wait, are we gonna just drink that?
Are we really going to carry it around?
It is not the first time. It is not the first time we have had selkie water be drank in this world. Look, if I
you
had
could
a nickel
bottle
for,
that and sell it.
If I had a nickel for every time the word selkie water have been mentioned in this game, I mean, it hasn't happened a lot, but I would at least have 2 nickels.
So, I mean,
It's
Game of
Selkie
Kevin water.
I mean, can we stop in at the... I hate that. I hate.
Can we forage some berries on the way home and put it in there?
You can.
No, we cannot.
I'm making seltzer. Nature?
Okay. Yeah, you'd roll me a survival to
Survival,
see.
okay.
I didn't drink it. I just didn't want to lose
Yeah,
my
you find
barrel.
some berries.
Can we not, please?
We've got berry water. It's too late. We have berry water.
For fuck's sake.
It's refreshing and effervescent.
Nope, it's not going anywhere near Cal.
I will take this moment to remind Cal not to drink the...
No, don't remind him.
I will not be drinking from my water skin either, thank you. I have literally water skin chaos
Everyone
water.
make a note of this when he inevitably drinks from it in 2 sessions because he's forgotten.
No.
He named the item.
The item is
named the
named
item.
water skin chaos magic in brackets.
Sure.
As the group's starting to walk up and we're starting to go, the water floor is back to its full raging self.
It is. It is back to its normal self.
Guys, where are we going from here?
I'm gonna go see it. The
Back
town
to the
cleric.
city, I guess.
What's the name of the actual city again?
We gotta go back, don't we, to tell them that we didn't get the cup?
Yeah.
We
Report back to the Adventurers Guild and...
As you guys are waiting for a response, there's the soft scent of granite following the smell of following Budge's burp. Then.
Sorry guys, Budge filled up on rocks.
Hudson, I think the point was to go back without the cup.
Then why did they send us to get it?
To test our metal.
It's a moral thing, I believe.
Why are they testing Budge's skin?
It was obsidian.
I'm questioning how someone that murders an entire village will test our morals.
Maybe the village sucked.
Kevin, should we tell them that was a ploy?
Did she just pretend she killed a village, or did she actually kill a village?
I'm thinking that was a bit of a deception. I don't think Marley's nearly as chaotic and vacant as we originally thought.
I told you she was nice.
You
Well,
did,
what
bud.
makes you actually say that, Cal?
The fact that she's part of a secret society that knows about the Lotus gods and whatnot.
Look, Doc, I'll tell you this. It is an idle fact what Cal's spitting. It is cold, hard speculation, so, you know.
That's what I thought, but when he says it, it sounds like it's a fact.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'm just
she
saying,
could be part of this organization and still have killed an entire village.
sorry, you mean the organization we know nothing about? That
exactly.
could be evil?
Oh, so she's not actually part of an organization.
What an organization.
The Silver Hand. Ever heard of it?
Like this?
God, is that the right? That's the right
Exactly
name,
like
isn't
that,
it?
Budgery.
That's not in its entirety.
I just
Can-
hold up my...
No,
No, but we're told, like, informally.
But your
we're
hand is
told
silver.
it's Silver Hand, right?
but
No,
thinks
that
it's
is the
more of a
rank.
crime.
That is the rank she is.
It's the White Lotus Intellectually Distinct Foundation for
No.
kids that want to read good and
I
do
thought you were going to
something
say.
good.
Intellectually disabled foundation.
It is.
I think we've annoyed enough people tonight, haven't we?
It is. Okay, so the actual organization is the Kiat Kambok.
Yeah, no, that I don't like that name.
The White Lotus Intellectually Distinct Organization for kids who want to read good and do other stuff good too.
Here
That's
you
what I
go.
called it.
I think that's better.
I'll
All
do
right.
it. So, I'll do it so you can actually see it.
That's wonderful. Can we have this conversation while we head towards the cleric, please?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's no, walk and
Wait,
talk.
we need a
Yeah,
cleric?
we need to go to the cleric to see if we can fix
I will.
our boy.
Yeah, I'm a cleric. What's up?
Can you heal? He's green, my guy. Can you heal him?
Yeah.
Oh no, I
mean,
can't do
what's up?
nothing about that. That
And
he's
you
cursed.
know
Yeah, well,
what
we're
they
going to a
say.
cleric.
You know what they say.
It's not easy being green.
Green.
It ain't easy being green. Cal's
Green
having-
hair don't
you're
care.
green.
Okay.
When did
Well,
that happen?
Green hair don't care.
while you boys are cracking jokes, I'm gonna go talk to what's her face's mum, the high priestess.
There is
or
one.
whatever.
There is one spell I could try if you want, Cal.
Can you try it while we're walking?
Wait,
Yeah.
Cal, don't you
I
want
can aim. Like hang on. I summon. Oh, sorry. I summon my firebolt in my hand as we're walking.
If you firebolt
Just-
me, I will teleport you to the end of the earth.
No, it'll fix your hair.
Nope. If you firebolt me, I will teleport you to the end of the earth.
What colour hair do you want?
What about
I
sacred
wanna
flame,
remind
like
you, Doc.
radiant flames?
Doc, he couldn't teleport back into the temple. I don't think he can teleport you to the end of the earth.
I switched
think
to
it's a
blue
bit.
flames. What about these ones? These
Nope.
don't burn.
You burn me, you cast anything but curing my curse, I will teleport you to the ends of the earth.
He can't do it, Doc. He can't do
Guys,
it.
can we stop trying to hurt each other, please?
He doesn't have the materials.
I'll lean over to
about him.
Kevin. Don't worry, we can just shave his head while he's asleep.
This is God saying to Budge, if you have any lay on hands left, you can actually cure his curse.
That only cures diseases, mate. I mean, I didn't
Cures
hear anything.
conditions as well.
I didn't hear nothing. Remove curse is a spell.
One disease, neutralize one poison.
Or cure one condition.
But I think the
can't
conditions
see
are more like
condition on the-
paralyzed or something along those lines.
Yeah, normally.
Okay.
Alternatively, you
I
can
feel
spend
like
5
this
hit
is
points from your
God
full
letting
hero
you
to
go,
kill the
gang, and we
target.
shouldn't question it.
No,
She
that's
gave-
okay. I'm
She
fine
gave
with
you a
being
free
fucking-
pass. She gave you a free pass, and
I
you've
don't
all
think he's
fucked
going
it.
to. I don't think he's.
All
gonna
right, go to the
hands
cleric,
left.
green boy.
No, I
Yeah,
do.
we're walking to the cleric. We're walking and talking
Go
anyway.
to the cleric. Let's get out of here.
Cal,
Boom, you're cured.
We want Cal to have a curse for a while.
Did you
Second
kill me,
curse.
bud?
I want
No.
Cal's
No?
story to be
Okay.
riddled with curses.
It's
It already
really
is.
riddled
It
with
already
curses.
is.
God.
The real
Yeah.
curse
You're not a
was the friendship I made
multi-class.
along
You're a
the way.
multi-curse.
Cal, you want to tell him what I told you earlier?
Oh,
So,
you
as
told me
you-
many mean things, Kevin. I don't know how you got my number or why you're texting me, but
You rock up to the temple of the leaders of the town. It is the tent. It is a large tent that seems to be made of a heavy, dark grey canvas to match in with the stone of this.
Along the way, I mentioned, don't say anything about the chalice. All right.
You can
What
hear
would
the
they do if
sounds
we
of
put it back?
you can hear the sounds of cooking coming from inside.
And Hito's feeling really good. I'm following up at the back of the pack doing the whole evil Spider-Man.
Aren't you still fatigued
Emo Spider-Man.
resurrecting me?
Yeah,
oh,
that's
not
what I was
after
saying.
that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, Cal, you get to the canvas flap that acts as a door. You can see that there are like a beaded curtain hanging across it.
Before we go in, I'd like to. Hey, Budgery, what was the name of your friend again?
Which one?
The one we met from here.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
The one that Kevin sold the panther candle to.
The one we haven't killed yet.
We're not killing fucking anyone. Can you settle down?
Mandisa?
Mandisa, yes.
Mandisa. Okay,
Yeah.
lovely. I just thought I should probably know her name before we wander in here looking for her and... Alright, well... Pitter patter, let's get at her, I guess.
If you're looking for a mom, her name's Keratis Nenad Katakapri.
Oh, I met her mother, actually. Her mother flirted with me because I'm a tiny little man, apparently. Even though she's a...
You are, buddy. You are.
She apparently liked me because I was feisty and thin.
I look up at Cal. Who's the little man?
You're a little man.
Damn right.
Um,
I'm going to do the
You
Henry.
never told me who you're giving inspiration to, by the way.
I'm going to do the Henry Cavill. Like.
oh, the arm
load.
reload?
Yeah, arm reload.
Oh, that arm reload. You know, that was fully improv and it is so good. It's one of my
It is.
favorite things.
Yes, you, Time Dungeon. You redeemed a feeling inspirational. Wait, is that
Isn't
for
that
me?
you?
That one gives the DM inspiration.
Yes!
For us, isn't it?
No, that's not good. No.
Well, no, we're just going to talk to the lady. I wander in, Teagues.
Oh no,
Hello?
he said it's for Budge.
Budge, of course. Okay, cool.
We thought it was for the DM
I thought it was for the DM too, but
because that one is the DM one.
I've still got the first
The
one.
the helping
Yes.
the helping hand is for Cal.
yeah. Okay, so as you walk in, Cal, you see Nanette wandering around, stirring something in a cast iron pan as she looks over her shoulder at you. So I see you found the cup.
What's cooking good looking? Yes, I found the cup. I put it back. I'd like it put on record. I put it back.
Oh, you put it back, did you? Realize that it might be better where it was.
Yeah, I realised that. I also realised that the Guardian wasn't doing too well without the water.
Oh, funny that. It's almost like my daughter told you guys before you went in. Not many who go in come out.
Yes, look.
We came out.
Yes, we did come out. Hudson's right.
And you came out with some treasure. Oh, that's usually what the adventurers that go in come out with. It's almost like it's a safer option.
Look, we've learnt that I put the chalice. I would like it put on record that the chalice was out and I put it back because that was the right thing to do. I came out with more than treasure. Do you think you could possibly help me with at least one of my curses?
Oh no, it's a lesson from the goddess.
Not to touch Kevin's stinky death water.
Water has a way of cleansing what needs to be cleansed and teaching a lesson to those that need to be taught a lesson.
Amen, sister.
Sucks to be Cal.
So what you're telling me is I didn't steal the chalice. I didn't... I
If you
put the
didn't steal
chalice...
the chalice, why did you need to put it back?
He's the one that actually returned it.
No, we'll give full credit to him. He did not steal the
Yeah,
chalice.
Oh,
technically,
and
Budge
so-
stole it.
So, forgive me if I'm wrong, you're not an adventuring party.
Oh, we're an adventuring party. I'm not
so
in no way,
you're
shape,
all
or...
in this together then?
Well, not according to Doc, who tried to trade us all in about 5 minutes afterwards. Hito, can you stop that? I still need a help.
And what exactly is the worst thing that can happen with you having green hair for a while?
Okay, so you're saying for a while, so this will wear off eventually, and I will.
I'm sure someone like you, a big, tough adventurer, can figure out a way to cure yourself of curses.
Well, that's sort of the whole adventure I'm
Because
on.
obviously, and she gestures to you, we haven't learned our lesson about touching things that don't belong to us.
I
You didn't learn the
was-
first time, which is why you've now got a second warning.
Exactly.
And all you've got is green hair this time, instead
but
of,
I
you know,
did
the
touch the
infinite
chalice.
destruction of the world.
Yeah,
Well, that-
tug
She
on
totally
Cal.
recognizes.
And
she
tugging
totally
on Cal's
recognizes-
clothes. Go. How about now?
No, Hito. Just we're not. No. Okay, it's not the answer to everything. Look, I understand that I'm here to learn a lesson, and that is what I'm trying to do. But could I learn the lesson with my normal hair, possibly? I'm not a big fan of green.
And explain to me how that is not the consequences of your actions coming to bite you in the ass.
I completely understand that it's the consequences, but I just think I should get some sort of merit for being the one. I mean, Kevin was also spoke very highly of putting the chalice back. Being the one that put it back.
Amen, brother.
Look,
Oh, so
Mai Tai.
you think
Mai
you
Tai
deserve-
just.
You think you deserve a prize for
Oh, no,
putting
I
back
don't-
the thing you stole, and the Guardian didn't outright kill you when you came back.
But
She
But-
tried.
in his defense, he didn't steal it, and if you're going to lump him in with a few bad eggs, that's a little bit unfair, isn't it?
Are you not
'cause
an
he's
adventuring
around.
party working together?
But adventuring
I-
parties, like any community, would have differing opinions, and if one person in your village is evil or rude, do you think the whole village deserves the same punishment that they do?
The question there is the fact that you don't see him as the one here. None of you are offering to take his punishment as the ones, you know, responsible for the crime.
My hair's
No.
white. I already took the punishment, and I'm not trying to cure it.
You can make Budge's armor green if you want. He doesn't really have hair.
I mean,
Budge's the one who stole the cup after all.
Budge,
Cal wasn't
yeah.
even there. He didn't get a say.
Budgery, you don't look.
So really, it should be Budge's
You've-
punishment.
You've been through enough,
Cal,
Budge.
let Budge do this. Let
Plus-
Budge do this for you.
I died.
Give,
I was literally dead.
yeah,
Cal-
Like,
Cal
that was
did
a lot of
die too.
punishment. This is really like I'm pretty fucked up.
ma'am, I am
And
respectfully
Fucking
asking
eating
you
your
to give
chips.
Budge the curse.
And I will maintain, you were given a warning before you went in about how dangerous it was, and my daughter even told you all of the traps and things that were in there, things you could possibly encounter.
You did tell me
So-
shit.
It's not exactly like you didn't have any pre-warning that you were going into somewhere dangerous.
Ma'am, does Budge strike you as an intelligent fish? Because, spoiler, he's not.
I
Budge
didn't
is
get
a
any
fish with a
warning.
big heart. Hito, I don't know if you're really helping
Budge
the
stole the
situation
cup.
right now.
Budge will take the punishment.
All I'll say is if one of you would like to take his curse until you figure out how to get it off, we can,
I don't know if she
we
can hear you,
organize
Budge.
a transfer.
Thank you.
I
I don't want
don't.
to be green.
Hudson, no one's. Mate, I'm not going to pass the curse on to anyone who doesn't want it. I've got one. I'm sure I can handle another.
Cal,
Oh.
let Budge do this for you.
Oh,
What
Are you
if?
sure,
you
Budge?
can,
What if?
You can hand both curses over to him if you really want to. You're
No,
linked after
I'm-
all.
Budge is happy with the one.
Yeah. Also,
What
what do you mean we're
if-
linked?
I want them.
No, you're not having them. You
Hang on. Cal,
Had enough
what were you
fancy
saying?
Catnip.
Well,
What did you say,
Uh,
Cal?
first off, what do you mean we're linked? And second off, no one's taking the first curse. Third off, if Budgery wants to be green, and it means that I don't have to be green. I don't agree with it, but I'm happy to not to be green.
Well, you're linked. It's clear as day. Whatever relationship you two have,
Best
it's
friend.
created some kind of link between you. Your life forces are connected.
The power of friendship.
Yes, the power of friendship.
So if you don't
Also,
want
he's
the
married,
curse, you can just pass it over to him.
I don't know if it's the power of friendship, Budge, but I think it's more the
No,
weave of
it's
fate.
It's the power of friendship, Doc.
Sure.
Budge
Power-
just wants to believe it's a power of friendship.
I believe it's the power
Fate
of friendship.
and friendship can work together.
It's
I think it has-
only when he revived him, but okay.
It's-
I think it has something to do with that whole teleporting
Hito,
using him as a
it's
battery thing.
Hito, it's literally friendship. We're leaving it at friendship.
Guys, Budge is well aware that it's not actually friendship. Budge is just saying it's friendship, alright?
To make Cal
called
feel
the
better.
coping
Yeah.
mechanism.
Cal's like to the other part of the group. Budge is to one side. He's like, I know it's not friendship. Cal's like, I understand it's not friendship.
I don't want to be friends.
I really feel like you guys don't understand it's not friendship. I think we should go over it again.
I need to make
Unfortunately,
more friends.
Hudson, you're already our friend. So
Does that mean I'm going to turn green?
no.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Budgery, would you like to be green?
Yes, please.
How do I make Budgery green?
Just send it through the link.
Is this how you treat friends, Cal? Letting them take your
Budge is
curse?
offering.
I don't want to, but I'm not going to sit here and argue with Budgery all day if he'd like to be green. I'll let him
Look,
experience.
I don't know much about curses, but I know more about diseases. And if I had a terminal disease, hypothetically,
You literally have a terminal
hypothetically, I would not give that to my friend.
I mean,
Okay.
if you like, I can cure you of whatever the disease is if you need.
I highly doubt that, since it's a hypothetical thing.
I'm all
so.
for teaching lessons to people, but if someone's actually dying, I'm happy to remove whatever's ailing you.
I lean in. Look, I've been to all the healers. Don't worry. It's nothing you can do.
I don't feel like myself.
Hudson, you need like a massage or something?
I just don't feel as tough as I normally am.
That's because you lost a fight. Again.
Oh,
Vito! Can you...
What do you mean again? Who did he lose against before?
Can we not
Well-
go...
Kev died and he was there. I mean,
Can we not go down this road? Can we all... Okay, can everyone stop? Everyone, enough for one moment. If I pass the green to Budge, and it starts to in any way, shape, or form negatively affect Budge, can he just pass it straight back through this link?
when you look at Budge, he's already got a green head.
Well, I mean,
Did you like prestidigitize him?
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Give me a
I
second.
mean, theoretically, he can, considering he's the originator of it.
It's spreading.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna put my
At
hand
this
on
point,
Cal's
Budge
chest and
just
try.
looks like a. At this point, Budge just looks like a chia pet.
What were you saying?
Cal,
sorry?
this isn't worth the risk, man. We really shouldn't mess with this. Let's just get you healed when we go back to the city. So what if you walk through the forest for a few days and be green?
I don't care, but were you doing something? Sorry, Steve.
No, that's fine.
You sure? 'Cause
he touched you.
Thanks, Fate of the Dice. It's great to have you rating me. Right at the end. Thank you. We appreciate it. Also,
Rating.
everybody, you're finally allowed to have a drink and a stretch.
No.
Don't. Kevin shouldn't be eating right now. I only allow,
Drink it.
stream
Drink
to
it,
feed
Kevin.
Kevin.
We didn't get a break.
Liquefy
What did
the
we do?
Yeah, we did get a break. I was
No.
too busy
Yeah.
trying to destroy the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not eating.
Mate,
Thank you for
I eat
that.
and drink the whole time.
but yeah, so to finish this up,
Yes, so what was happening? Is Budge...
So we're not doing the transfer. I think.
I'm happy to do the transfer. I don't give a fuck what these idiots say, Budgery. I'm in this with you, buddy.
Toxic friendship.
Well, not really, because at the end of the day, our friendship is Budge and I's, and if we
I
decide
feel
this is
like
what we're
that's
doing...
a proper psychological assessment.
Last time I checked, I never saw Doc's doctorate, so he can shut the fuck up. No one asked.
Go get it. Go get it.
Doc
Scotty.
is not.
Go get
That's
it.
not. He's
This is
not.
your
A,
one
Get it.
that's not his
opportunity.
title.
This is
So,
your one
Cal-
opportunity. Go get it. Put
It's on the back wall somewhere.
Cal,
It's
For one
wasn't
opportunity to
Cal's
show your
idea.
Hexter.
Budge
Cal?
offered to do it because he stole the car.
are you
And it
offering?
better say Doc on there.
So, Cal, are you doing it?
Put it this way: if Budge is adamant that this is like a redemption thing that he needs to do, we'll allow it. If Budge is like, I'm
If
not
that's
really
the
for it,
case-
I don't push.
If
Done.
that's the case, go rest your hands on Budge's hands.
And we fade to black.
Do you open a mental link between you, as you have been doing and training yourself to do, Cal?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I forgot my. There it is. Yeah.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh my god. Why do we do this to ourselves, Budgery?
Can I guide them before they do
Can I
this?
also roll one?
I mean,
You
what
know
I
what?
did was
For the
stupid, but
sake
this
of
is
this,
worse.
Budge as well, you can also roll me a wisdom save because you guys are actively choosing to do this.
Well, I may as well use my inspiration since it's the last thing of the night.
And Cal already has inspiration. I gave it to you in the chat before.
Okay. Yes, that is correct. Okay. Well, that's good. It means we're going into Budge's memories, not Cal's.
Awesome.
It's always budget memory.
Next week we open with genocide.
Oh no! Don't traumatize Kevin.
I will keep the trauma to the end of the stream. As Cal, you take this feeling of magic you have resonating, just laying over your body, kind of like an oil slick, and you start to pass it to Budge. As Budge's mind opens up, the link opens up as he takes it. As you tumble headfirst into Budge's memories.
I'm not on another fucking pirate ship, am I?
No, this time you are strapped down to a gurney. There is a bright light directly above you.
For a second there, I completely forgot gurney is the term for a technical table. I was imagining one of those water washers, and I was like, what?
Yes,
like,
Power
what am I
Wash Simulator!
Welcome to D&D Power Wash.
No, as you are strapped down, there is a bright light over you, Cal, as you can see every now and then a tentacle come up flailing. It is purple and the color of galaxies and stars. Every now and then one comes up as you watch as a wizard, gnarled and grizzled and his whole face wrinkled and lined, comes over, grabs the tentacle, holds it down, straps it down, as you watch as he turns and comes back towards you with what appears to be a large knife. And you feel as it starts to cut into you, cutting from the bottom of your mouth, the bottom of your jaw, down the center of where your chest would be, as you're gasping and crying out. But it's not a physical scream, it's this mental scream that's just reaching out, not just on this plane of existence, out, reaching farther out into the stars, screaming for anybody, please, calling for their mother to help, anything, anyone to help stop this feeling of pain. As Bud shunts you sideways out of his memories. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
This bunch
No,
great at
no,
least.
not yet. Actually, there's one more thing.
Oh, actually, yes, sorry. What would you like to do? Oh, that's
Literally.
right. Yes, we do have to briefly discuss that while this is happening, obviously.
I'll speak to Doc.
Yes.
Fucking hate me.
No, I do. I don't trust you. I mean, I suppose that I could go to Hudson. No, I'll go to Doc because I don't trust Doc. It's a weird group. And if they're not around, there's something I need to go do. When I come back, I'll be coming for you. Mutual respect?
I respect your intelligence. Maybe not your methods.
Oh. That's perfectly fine. I know I'm not all here.
I
But I also know
do
you're
wanna-
not all here too. But I at least show mine. You hide yours.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Mm-hmm. The thing about keeping secrets like this is they'll come to get you. As I said, like I will if something happens to this lot. I need to take care of something. You tell them whatever you want to tell them. I'll catch up with you when I'm done.
Just before you go, I hold out my hand to him.
And I'll take it.
Until we meet again. In whatever circumstance that may be.
I look forward to it.
I turn my back on him and
There's no waterfall here.
face the others.
And I'll turn and leave the room and walk off.
Give a nod to Hudson, Kevin, and waddle off. And I will explain to everybody. Unfortunately, Hito Blackcloak will return later because unfortunately...
Why is that unfortunately?
I mean,
unfortunately, he'll be
It's
back.
definitely unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's going to be unfortunate.
Because
for
Evil
Dot
One,
to get that
unfortunately, will be now dropping to a recurring character on a basis of his job. Obviously, he won't be here for 2 weeks at a time, so...
But can
We
we
are
take a
making him-
moment to congratulate Craig on his job?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're happy
absolutely.
for you.
At the moment, there's a lot of training and stuff, so I'm all over the place. It's still not settled.
Yeah.
But
so-
on the plus side, come December-ish, it supposedly is settling down, and I'll be bringing Power Rangers back
Oh my
and
god.
all that.
Nice.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
Obviously,
all
around
of your
that
asses.
time... Obviously, around that time as well, we will be talking about what we're going to be doing this stream. It might go back to fortnightly. It might change
See what we
day. That
do.
is something we'll have to discuss because obviously we do have
Clint's
to
dying. Don't
we
say
do-
that.
Unfortunately, we do have to consider everyone's schedules, and I do know that some people
Everyone's what?
everyone's
Schedule.
schedules.
Schedule.
Schedule.
No,
Yeah,
schedule.
same thing.
Schedule.
Same thing.
Anyway, because
She's from the south.
I don't give a fuck where she's from. Schedule.
Yes. Obviously, a big part of this is we do have to take all of that into consideration. 'cause
Skill.
We don't want people burning out
Remember the
because
skill.
everyone has new jobs. Also, Steve, congratulations.
Yeah, my
Oh,
boy.
nice.
boy.
So, also, by the time Craig joins us on a more regular basis, by then I believe Kevin will be married. So,
And me?
Oh yeah, I mean he'll
Big boy.
lose all freedom then.
Oh, no, absolutely.
so we'll see.
I'll let
what
you play
happens with
D&D
all
still,
that.
Kev, after we're married.
However-
Life will elevate.
However, thank you again to Fate of the Dice. Thank you for the raid. It was wonderful to have you here.
Love you.
We
Thanks,
will
guys.
see you all next week. The stream starts at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I hope you drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, look after yourself,
Can't wait to
and we will
sleep.
see you all next time. Bye, guys.
Godspeed.